Spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon television. Spoon radio station. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening, Moreover, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Funjama, Maryland, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. If you eat keep on graduate, my brother, to spoon. You got a Spoon TV, you got a Spoon Radio, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibaba. What I want? Yes, what you about today? Spoon TV. Yes, what you about today? Spoon TV. Spoon. Spoon TV. Spoon entertainment. Go yes, to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon television. Spoon radio station. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening, Moreover, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Funjama, Maryland, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. If you eat keep on graduate, my brother, to spoon. You got a Spoon TV, you got a Spoon Radio, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. What? Yeah, Rastafari. Kilibaba. What I want? Yes, what you about today? Spoon TV. Yes, what you about today?
Okay, folks, while I wait to welcome you, to another edition of the program Spoon Talk, your favorite program on radio and online. Of course, we're here live on Spoon 107.5 FM. We're coming live to you on Fabric 101.1 FM. The program Spoon Talk is also live online. Spoon Talk live on YouTube, Spoon TV live on Facebook, Fabric TV live on Facebook, as well as Super TV on Facebook. We want to say welcome to another edition of the program. My name is Nelson Collet. Of course, James Goode Flomo is here, and the CEO and the rest of the team will be joining us. Let me say good evening to you, James.
Good evening, Nelson, and good evening, everyone. Those of you who following and those who will come later, good evening to all of you. How do you do?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay, and it's good to see you again. Coincidentally, you're wearing black, and I'm wearing black as well.
Yeah, and I see somebody asking why I love black. I'm black.
You think you're black? That's why you love black.
Yeah, yeah. Answer the question. They say why I love black. I'm black.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's trending, bro?
I mean, the country is going good. A lot of people have their eyes on the election. Lots of discussions, conversations around the election that's coming up. Um, in some quarters, Liberians are saying that we waited for 5 years and we're going to make a critical decision and change this government. And sometimes you listen to people in other areas, they say, oh, this government is doing well, so we're just going to give people a second chance. So I mean, there's always this different view, diversity of views people have on these different issues.
Okay.
So but I went around Marshall is in Maghibie County, yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's where I learned how to drive from.
so you learn how to drive.
I drove from
Just on
Marshall
the
straight
road.
to the station. From Marshall Street
What?
to our station, and I became a professional driver. Now you know what to say
Imagine
now.
that.
I thought my phone.
Imagine that. Imagine that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But when I went around that place today, I saw some folks, so many people. I mean, and they in a t-shirt, and I saw the photo of former Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, Minister McGill. It appears to me that he really has the crowd in that place. I saw
I'm not
almost
cutting
everywhere I
you.
went.
I'm not cutting you off.
Mhm.
The former minister, is moving like a wildfire in Markibi.
Yeah,
I don't know how it happened, but
yeah,
he's moving like a wildfire. This is my first time. We have somebody that says Thomas Fala. We saw Thomas Fala, but Thomas Fala performance in Monserrado cannot even be compared to McGill's
yeah,
wildfire
yeah.
movement in Markibi. I don't know. I don't know how it happened, or the people
Yeah,
they were just waiting for him to be censured or whatever. But let's wait and see. But again, I can't wait to see his campaign launch. It's gonna be
definitely.
like like a fire
A
on the
tsunami,
mountain.
political tsunami.
It's gonna
but,
be
but
like
but
maybe
interestingly,
it's gonna
James,
yeah, go ahead.
mhm. Interestingly, most times I see the different happenings on social media. I really did not know what it is in reality. Sometimes there's a little difference between what you see on the social media to what really happens. So, but when I got stuck in the traffic for a little time around the Marshall Junction, and then I saw the whole place blue,
And
everybody
this
in the
man
blue
is not
shirt.
a minister to say people going there for favor, right?
Yeah, yeah,
He's not a
yeah.
minister. I covered Thomas for that campaign. On several occasions, I was there. They had a set NTA buses
Mhm.
everywhere. Thomas Father went, they went with
Those
him.
NTA buses will go.
Yeah, they had set of NTA buses Everywhere Thomas Fala went, they were with him. But for Miguel, he's not going to come to how you call it in Monserrato to get people to go. But
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know. He's doing something unusual in terms of politics, if I may
Yeah.
say. He's moving like even his crown now can be compared to presidential candidate, and I'm not like going after Cummings, right? But let's be fair. McGill's popularity in Magibi is more than Cummings'
James,
popularity
James,
in Monserrato. But
that
let's
the
go back
regency,
to
that the
eh?
regency will soon come for you.
No, 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 no. This is fact. We saw what happened when Cummings went for the quote unquote retire suffering. We saw the people that turned out. We saw them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was a huge turn up today. I didn't really
Yeah, I
capture
think I
the
got
actual.
I got some pictures here. Let me
Yeah,
just see.
I didn't really capture the
There's some here.
occasion. I don't know. Okay,
Mhm.
okay, okay.
We,
Yeah,
we will talk more
yeah.
about it.
Mm,
Mhm.
yeah. I didn't really capture the occasion. I didn't establish. I was not able to establish what the occasion actually was that they went for. But I mean, that was it. Even in the communities and other places where I went, the folks having the t-shirts all on. But again, that's part of it. So we gradually getting to feel the euphoria, when it comes to election. We starting to have the feeling that we're about to make another critical decision again, judging from some of what's happening around us. So not just with him, but there are other folks who are also
And
doing a lot more.
And
Yeah.
again, I got this information and I try to confirm it, and it was confirmed. I think around Gibby, you been to Mount
Mhm.
Gibby before? Yes.
Mark,
Yeah. I think there is a specific part of Mount Gibby called Gibby. I think Gibby District, something like that. Yeah. I'm
yeah,
told
yeah, I
during
remember
the
hearing
past
that.
administration, the people try to get better road to a specific portion, but it was not possible. Of recent, McGill was able to pave to give them access to better transportation there. The last time when I was following them, I listened to one lady saying, "We been here for more than 30 years. We get road since you not bring road. My whole household for you." In Liberians, be careful with Liberian politicians. If they say they are for you, bro, they're for you. If that I'm sorry,
You mean the
Liberian voters,
electorates?
yeah,
Yeah.
the voters. If the voters come out to say they are for you, they are for you. But if they go against you, like Thomas Fala, we saw it everywhere. Everywhere we went with Thomas Fala during the campaign, they will be like, "And a $500 note. Me, I just want my 500 so I can go home. So I want my 500 so I can go home." And at the end of the day, we saw what Delon did. Delon campaign launch was like the ocean lost control. But let's watch and see how McGill's campaign launch is going to be. I see that crowd. Even only what I'm saying happens, I see it even being larger than Delon's campaign launch. And again tonight, the CEO and his team will be talking about the former vice president. Remember, he spoke from his sick bed today. He
Yeah.
spoke from his sick room. He's not home yet. Don't let United Party people lie to you. The Pape not home. He spoke from his sick room today. They went there. They spoke to him, and he said he's okay. And I think he appeared okay. Yeah, but he's still at the hospital. We have the video. The team will be talking about that. Senator Prince Johnson spoke also today. Very interesting things that he spoke about. He will be talking about that. That is, the team will be talking about that today. But the most focused point, or the part that different people wanted to see, or who they wanted to listen to, has to do with
Hmm.
our VP, our former VP.
Yeah, the
So
former
today,
vice president.
yeah, the party people, they did a very nice PR, but I think the best thing they should have done, put the paper on his car, carry him in a yard, put the paper down in a place there. Yeah, the paper girl, Palawa hot. He has a hot in his things. Put the paper on our heart. Jim Flomo are doing that kind of interview. Take it from the back. Capture the entire yard. Capture the paper entire yard before you get to him. You know, take the camera, string it around the yard again. You say the former vice president is home. People who think that he's ill and just that they have just been running a fake propaganda. We are currently at his home. As you can see, he's relaxing. You know, do a nice commentary.
No. James, I think you wanted the people to present a false image of
No,
the
not
whole
false narration. Not false narration. The former VP, from what I saw, I think he's not sick, or if he's sick, it is not very
it's not
serious,
severe, right?
Yeah, it is not severe, right? So if you want to beat those guys who think that the former VP cannot even talk, you want to beat them, put a paper on his vehicle, take him to a yard, bro. Start that interview from outside the fence, capture the gate.
But James, let me get something from you.
Yeah.
So in a case where, assuming that they did it that way, took him from the hospital, carry him in the yard, and then after the interview, then he carry him back to the hospital.
My man, that politics, that political season, in political season, you do political PR. In political season, bro, politics are not church. They're not pastor.
I think that PR is going to be wrong, because we're
what make
talking
it
about
wrong?
Human life here. Human life is involved. You know, the health, the well-being of this man is also something we're talking about here. So anyone who does such a PR, you know, if anything goes wrong, whatever XYZ, at the end of the day, there will be so many questions. I thought this man was at his house. How come, you know, XYZ, you know?
No, they told us.
Except there will be other ways that maybe they will try to
no,
sort of face it out.
Hello. No. United Party people, most of them said the old man was at his house.
Yeah, that's an information.
Yes. So they said he was not at the hospital. He only checked in. After all, he went home. So since you already took that narration to the people, you narrated.
Okay. Now I get what you're talking about.
Yes.
Now I get what you're talking about.
That was the narrative.
Yeah.
That was the narrative they gave us. And I believe it. When it was announced, I believe that the old man was home. And he only went at the hospital for check-in. And after all, he went home. We never expected them again to go at the hospital and talk to the old man. No. So since you gave that first information that the old man was home, and you want Liberian people to know that the old man is home, bro, you doing that interview, gave a background of where the old man is. Okay, the CEO is coming in. So you see, that's how the journey that it was. But the thing we'll be talking about, they were analyzed, they will play, Liberian people will see it. And the Papa relaxed like that today when he was speaking. Allow the old man to sit down.
Yeah. So you get issue with even the position the old man was sitting. The CEO said, laughing at you.
PR that good thing, oh, bro. Yeah. PR, the thing is called PR, public relation. Public relation, this thing can be black. Public relation, this is black. When it is black in public relation, you have to tell the person it is red. How can you tell them it is red? How can you say it in public relation? How can you say it? You have to do it to capture the image in their head.
Yeah, but at the same time, public relations should not be about lying. It should be about
public relations are not journalism.
In a very professional way.
They're not journalism.
In a very professional way.
All right.
See you.
James, you got wahala.
Oh, what? The thing I'm talking a lot.
James, so you guys, a lot of stuff happening in the country. Prince Johnson spoke, right? We got a clip. Folks say the MDR are leaving. You know, I will be calling Prince Johnson to hear what he has to say on Spoon. I will place a call to him. We saw the picture. I'm going to call him. And we also saw the video going around. You guys were discussing it concerning former Vice President, the Ambassador Joseph Yemabuaka, correct? You guys were speaking on those things. And what is so amazing that Nathaniel McGill, it's like nobody can stop him. So listen, folks, let's welcome every one of you. A beautiful Saturday from where I am. You know, I've been very busy today, but it's good to have you. Valentin, Fizaris, Ashra P. Ashra P is following us. Michael Padmo. I know Mr. Padmo, Michael Padmo will be at the signing ceremony of our brother book. He and Glenn James, they would be, they're trying to, you know, man, it's too expensive for VIP, man. The VIP seat at Rotten CA book signing ceremony. Michael Padman ain't going to get that money. You know, I don't know. I was asking, I said, Glenny is part of that. They say, yeah, I say, I'm not going because Glenny talk a lot. She would kill me. She would talk me to death. You know, but I'll be there because of my brother Rotten CA. So Michael, welcome to the Spoon Talk, man. Let's have some serious discussion. Saving Grace, it's good to see you. Sarafina, how you doing? Aliu Kamara, Patrick Thompson. How is Ambassador Joseph Yuman Boaka? The video out there though.
Yeah.
We need some update. Is he staying in the hospital or is he home? Was the recording in the hospital or the recording home? Maybe we'll ask Ashford Peel. He can come and talk to us. You know, we'll be patient and listen to him. We're going to invite every one of you. We'll put up the link. Today is your day, the 14th of January. James, when is your birthday, James?
Your 21st.
Thank God it's not today.
Next Saturday.
That day I will be off from the show. So
Why?
James' birthday is the 21st. And I want to say to every one of you, Joe Cephas Jr. Joe, how you doing? And then let's talk about Minister McGill. What's going on? We are hearing only Minister McGill now negotiating. He had a meeting with folks. Should I announce who all Minister McGill met this week? James, Minister McGill meeting folks, opposition, imposition, and no position. He is meeting folks across the aisle. I have the names. I have. My God, listen. He is meeting. We all right, Ojuku. Ojuku, how you doing, my brother? Nima Johnson, we're fine. Thank you for joining us. So invite your friends, invite your brothers and sisters. Let's have some wonderful program. What's happening in Liberia today? What's happening in Liberia today? For the past week, James, we heard that the National Election Commission put us on date, tentative date, voter registration and everything else. Those dates, we'll be talking about it likewise. But those party and the VP, well, no. It is important to note the VP candidate. Hey, man. Emmanuel Higgins, I'm fine. Valentin Precious. Valentin, who should stop nonsense talk now? You ready to start making plow again? This guy. If James decide to block you, then you will get very Valentin. But who should stop nonsense? Is the Precious Valentin or Valentin Precious? Which one we taking? But I have Facebook name. So stop your nonsense talk. Which one we stop now? Can you help us understand? But anyway, we appreciate you following us today. And no wahala, no plow, please. Gazing from GSA Road, Painesville. Morris Kennedy, you from GSA Road, Painesville. Good to have you. Michael Newman. Good evening, CEO. T-Max Harrison, good evening. Patrick Kennedy, I call your name, man. Stop texting too much. You want me to call your name 100 times, Patrick? You're always welcome. You know who I'm looking for? Baron. Did he win? He was trying to be the vice administrator for ALP. Hey, man, tell me that he won, though. Tell me that they gave it to him. Yeah, I beg you, man. Tell me that he won. Hey, my picking.
Barbara got whipped disgracefully.
Hey, man. Well, Fidel didn't help him. Oh, Jimenez didn't help him. Hey, Byron.
He got 17. It was 92-17.
Amen. Hey, Byron. Wait, Baron doing extremely well for ALP party, man. Listen, I'm begging the ALP stand-up bearer, the entire party, to consider my picking Baron. Hey, I beg, boy, I'm begging you. You know what we do? We'll hire Baron. He'll be working for Spoon every Saturday.
To come on the show.
Yeah, every Saturday he will be one of our producers. Reach out to him.
Okay, I will call him.
Hold on. Yeah, I beg you. Can you call him now? You need to confirm it.
Yeah, you want him to confirm it on the radio, huh? Let me call him. The chairman got whipped disgracefully. I'm trying to get to our chairman. I think the chairman I get it out. So if you're listening, please tell Barbara to call me. Tell the chairman to call me. I'm calling his internet off.
Man, we gotta do something about Baron.
Yeah, I'm calling.
Look at the chief. Look at the chief sentiment. Listen, my picking Baron internet is off because the man hustling.
Yeah, so if you listen to tell the chairman to call me.
If any one of you know Baron, that's my picking, right? Hey, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Tiola said he was crying after the election. Hey, Tiola. Hey, man. So is he calling you back?
No, I'm calling him. His phone going through now. I'm calling the chairman.
Today, we're gonna hire Baron on the Spoon Talk. We'll hire him today. And he was in the radio business, right?
Oh yeah, Baron. He's a very good talk show producer.
No. Except he refused our offer. We're gonna do something strange today, folks.
Hello, chairman.
Yeah.
How are you, sir? Where are you?
James, like Chris, if you get, let me mute him.
On today, my man.
Baron.
Yeah.
I asked you, said,
Baron, this is CEO. How you doing?
Fine.
You are live.
You live on Spoon Talk. Who won the election?
Well, I'm so excited to be live on the biggest program in the Republic of Liberia and to also be live with the CEO. Thank you.
So, but who won the election, Baron? The ALP vice administrator election that you were in on. Who won?
Well, the process, it was heavily contested in Banga, Bon County.
Who won?
And I was defeated 17 votes to 90 votes.
92.
So wait, Baron, you had only 17
position.
Baron, but you had 17 and the other person had 92.
Yes.
So Baron, open it today. Today is the 14th. The Spoon Talk. Honor the Spoon Network Management. We want to hire you, that you be the one to produce the show every Saturday. Openly.
Well, this is one of the biggest dreams for me, to be a panelist on Spoon FM. I'm so excited, and I must admit that I accept the challenge.
No. It's not a panelist. You'll be the producer, one of the producers.
Accept. Thank you very much.
So I will ask you, Monday, go and meet Ms. Titi Cannon. You, my friend, I admire your strength, and Liberia need folks like you. You are so committed. And want to say, please.
Let me say this, you are proven to be a real man. Among all of the great guys in the Republic of Liberia, there are several platforms, and reaching out to me, a Baron Brown reaching out to me, I think it is a good one, and I'm not going to let you down. I'm going to be very much professional on your radio, and I'm going to push the agenda of the Liberian people. I'm so excited, and believe you me, I'm going to do everything possible to bring pride to the people of this country.
Baron, thank you very much. As a little brother to me, a friend, I want to say I admire you. I follow you on your social media page, and I wish you well. I hope I can talk to you on Monday once you get into the compound, that we can wrap this thing up. Again, do not be discouraged. You have fought a good fight, and your party, the ALP, love you a lot. But I'm pleased that you'll be joining the Spoon Talk as one of the producers to make this one of the biggest and largest in Africa. Thank you, Byron.
Thank you very much.
All right, Byron. Good night.
Yeah, but man, it's something. The reason why I call Byron, I've been thinking about him a lot. So, Tumana George, do you know him? Kev, have you heard about Byron though?
If I heard about Byron?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So I think he's not strange, but it's something about him I like. He's very humble. And, you know, he showed that simplicity. And you just want to tap into somebody, respect, and as a Liberian to elevate them. And I admire him a lot.
I'm having some reflection, right?
Reflection from where? Yeah, you're having something. Where on your internet? It's your internet, though.
No, it's not the internet. I think it's what I'm wearing.
It's what you're wearing. Yeah, go take it out now. Maybe you took it, you bought it from the data store. Go take it out. Man, it's us, St. Thomas George. We are here a beautiful, beautiful Saturday. My picking Byron will be joining us. I like that picking a lot. He gave me hell. Trust me. I mean, what's your take, Chief?
Good to see you guys. Byron, yeah, he's a nice guy. I think we met him like bro when we went there. We met him. He's very resilient, and he's always involved with the politics of the day. And I'm happy that he'll be one of the. He'll help Nelson and the other guys to be producing on Saturday. I'm happy that he will be giving up there and so forth. But just let me get some clarification. Valentine Precious, she was speaking to somebody who attacked the former vice president that commission day.
I saw it. I saw it.
And by the way, no, you know she's my son's auntie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my son's auntie. Yeah.
Keep it in the family. No, Valentine Precious always follow us. She's a wonderful person.
Yeah.
You know,
a very sweet person. Very sweet person.
Yeah, she's a wonderful person. But guys, listen, this is what we should do as Liberia. Put aside politics. We should elevate the young. You know, folks that have mindset to do better for our country. We should try to transform their lives because this will be part of our legacy. Trust me, we can do anything we want to do, but we should tap into the young Liberians to empower them that they too can have a better future. I want to encourage every one of you. You know, this thing just come up because it's the will of God concerning us that we should help one another. So when I was naked, you clothed me not. When I was hungry, you fed me not. You know, it's time for us to reach out and be the blessing. This will make our country a better country. So I'm glad that we'll be bringing Byron on. And I hope he accepts sincerely that we can discuss the issue that he can produce. He can be like Nelson College, James Goodday, get out there and work and earn some living, as little as it may be, but we appreciate his every help and every contribution he will bring to the Spoon Talk. But let's have the show, folks. Eric McGill. What's up, Eric? Mimi. What's going on, Mimi? George B. Flomo. We're going to share the link with you. It's simple today. Former Vice President Joseph Yima Bwaka video is out there. Jacob Akodi, Chief of Staff, nephew to the former Vice President, recorded the video. Where was the VP when the recording was done? Was he home? Is he staying in the hospital? I want to hear from you, Liberians. What do you make of that recording? You know, did you see strength? He spoke about Lofa County. I want to hear from the opposition now. What's the stand? Because you know why? CDC said we refuse their money. We get in Huawei. UP said, no. We gave you Huawei because you offer it to us. And we said no. So where are we in this whole thing? And have you heard Senator PYJ, Prince Yedu Johnson, what he's saying about CDC? Is it going to hold water, folks? PYJ is speaking. We're going to talk about Minister McGill. Then we're going to talk about Liberian people' own problem. Wherever you may find yourself today, only one question I get for you though. Today, what are you thinking about when it comes to election? We're not going to put anything in your mouth. You come on if you want to come on. You want to call in. Just speak for 1 minute. What you're thinking about. 2023 is here. Whether you're from ANC, CPP, CDC, ALP, UP, wherever you're from, what are you thinking about? Once you hear election, what the first thing run in your mind? Hey, James, good day. The man Baron coming on, that will be trouble. The most powerful chairman. So I know that our chairman. Let's play some of the clip. Let's go ahead and play some of the clip. And folks, want to say Baron coming on is a big thing for the network. We appreciate. I know all the folks gonna like it. I know Emmanuel would like it. Emmanuel friend, everybody would like the fact that he's coming. Rufus gonna like it, and it will be why it is. Let's play some of those videos. I want you first of all. You want us to start with PYJ first, right? Into money. No. PYJ get 3 different clips. Let's hope PYJ. Let's start with the VP first. Yeah, let's start with the VP. Go ahead.
Good morning, Mr. Vice President.
Good morning.
You look very well this morning.
I'm sure very well. I feel so.
Thank you. So we just want a few seconds with you. Lofa County is playing tomorrow in the finals of the county meet. Any word for your team?
Well, the first thing I can say is that success is sure. Nimba people are my people. We're very close, so be lenient with them. Only 2 goals.
Okay, Mr. Vice President. So, millions of Liberians are going to be watching this video. Is there any special word you have for them today?
Don't be surprised by seeing me on the field. I know. I'm feeling very well. I'm very good.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President, for your time.
Okay. All right, folks. It looks like we will play again because I want you guys to watch the video. I want you guys to listen in. I want you guys to see what you can see. And the former vice president said, please, please, please. I'm just asking Lofa to beat the people 2 goals. Just go only 2 goals. That's a good joke. But let's play this again. The other guys coming on. I want us to play this again. Then
Good morning, Mr. Vice President.
Good morning.
You look very well this morning.
I'm sure very well. I feel so.
Thank you. So we just want a few seconds with you. Lofa County is playing tomorrow in the finals of the county meet. Any word for your team?
Well, the first thing I can say is that success is sure. Nimba people are my people. We're very close, so be lenient with them. Only 2 goals.
Okay, Mr. Vice President. So, millions of Liberians are going to be watching this video. Is there any special word you have for them today?
Don't be surprised by seeing me on the field. I know. I'm feeling very well. I'm very good.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President, for your time.
let's get into this conversation today. Let me hear from Sintuman and George, Kev Hassan. Then we're going to bring in Nelson. We'll bring in Nelson, and then we'll open the phone line. James, can you also share the link? Because it's important to hear from our folks that follow us every week, every month. If they want to appear, let them appear. So, Tumani George, let us talk about this very important trending story. Less than 20 seconds clip. What can you tell Liberians tonight concerning the former vice president?
Well, first of all, it's good to see the former vice president in the video. Good to see him sitting and talking to the people. It is it's glaring that he's not well. He really been perhaps he been ill. For the fact that he's been in hospital for almost a week, it speaks volume that yes, indeed, that his health is not perfect right now. He's going through some treatment, but for the fact that also he could be sitting up and talking on the video, I mean, perhaps there have been some improvement in his health in the last couple of days, but we will not try to spin anything. The former vice president is indeed he's on a treatment, and it's not the George Walker that we all know has an energetic and active usually when he's having this kind of a discussion, talk, or interview. But for the fact that he's speaking and talking, shows some improvement. But he's actually on treatment, and he might have been having some tough days in the last couple of days. For the fact that he's still in the hospital speaks volumes. And you mute out. You talking to somebody else?
No, I thought you were still speaking. I have to mute myself, Tumani.
Yeah, I said that. You got me what I said, right?
I'm hearing you, but I don't want to echo, so I had to mute myself.
Oh, okay. It was first of all, praise God that the former vice president is alive. He's at least speaking, talk to people. He's and the Liberian people and across the world. And but for the fact that he's in the hospital, says that he's still on a treatment and he's been having some tough days maybe in the past, but at least for the fact we saw him, he's speaking, shows that there's some improvement. But being in the hospital for more than a week, it shows that the last couple of days have been tough for him, and so he's still on a doctor's care. And wishing him well, wishing the best, and wishing speedy recovery.
Thank you, Mr. Tumani. And let me bring in just what you say. I'm gonna, let everybody have to say. I see folks joining us that we have shared the link. Be part of the show today if you like to. Then we'll open the phone line to hear from folks in Liberia also. If you're outside of Liberia, you can by way join us, through social media by forwarding the link. It's okay, but we'll open the phone line for those in Liberia to contribute. The Honorable Kef Ahmed Hassan, you saw the video. Talk to us, my brother.
Well, it's always good to see that if someone going through some medical issue, to see them speaking, and you can see them live on a video. It's always a good thing. To shows that he either responding to treatment, or the situation is under control and all that. But I'm angry because folks put the statement, former vice president. Folks put him on a pajamas from the hospital bed out there so the world can see. Those folks that did that, disgraceful. You cannot try to prove points, and you put our statement, our former vice president is a symbol of the country. Don't matter what. Don't matter what. The man, the JMB, he got a decent home. I went there, very decent home. Wait, let him go home and he can speak to the nation. But to put him out there, on a national platform and Facebook and everywhere, look at the message all over Facebook. Let's put politics aside. JMB should be respected. He served our nation. To put him in a PJs from a hospital bed and let him speak, and why he's not 100%, and what we're saying and the way he's speaking, his voice, I don't want to go into all that, but I think those folks that did that, if I was part of the UP, they would be in serious trouble, because no way you should put the former vice president out there with pajamas. Don't put him in a pajamas. He's a state man. Put politics aside. And I'm angry. I think it was disrespectful to the vice president.
Thank you very much, Kev. We having two different take on this issue. We want to say again, thanks for joining us. We'll first of all go to our followers joining us by way of the link. Then we're going to come to the phone line. We have only 3 stories for you guys today. We will move on to other story because, today is a beautiful Saturday. But we want to say to every one of you, to each his own. Tell us what you make of the video, and then we're going to move on. Let me bring in Mervin Roberts. Mervin?
Yeah.
Good day, sir. How
Thank
you doing?
I'm good, and you?
Thank God. God minding us all. What's your take on the video that was sent out by Jose Yima Boaka, former vice president team? What's your take?
Yes, I must say thank to the rest of the guys in studio. And for me, I'm saying it was not necessary because he is not 100% in good health. But maybe they're trying to disprove other people who said that Joe Biden is not fit. Maybe this is why they came out with that. But for me, I give God thanks to see him alive, speaking to us, and we hope and pray that we get better each day that passes by.
So we want to say thank you, Mervin. The link is out. Yes.
Yes, CEO, I have one thing to remind you about. We are in the diaspora area. You do not have an international number. Really, we can one call, but no way. It can be easy. So you need to work on the CEO, please.
We do have an international number. We got 2 cell phones. I'm charging one. I'm going to put out the number before the show is over today. Okay?
Thank you. Because every day I follow you day and night. Thank you.
You are quite welcome. Thank you, Mervin. Thanks a lot. Let me bring in Josh Flomo. Josh, how you doing? Can you unmute? I asked him to unmute, but he decided to hit the wrong button. So, tomorrow, George, before we move on, though, I have Janice Sibo. Let me bring in our brother, Mr. Sibo. Mr. Sibo, how you doing today?
I'm okay. I'm okay, CEO, and hi to everybody.
It's good to have you, Mr. Sibo. Let's talk about the JMB video that is out there. Your own review. What can you say? I mean, your concern, your question. Talk to us.
It's like
can you turn something on? You got something playing in the back.
Oh, okay. Sorry. The guys people who support GMB, who around GMB, they know what they are doing. They know what is on the sleeve. They know why they are pushing GMB to go for the presidency. They know. They know. They know exactly what is the mission. But what I see here, and the Liberian people are looking at it, and I say, GMB can be a good leader. But at this age, I cannot support GMB. I cannot support GMB because 1 year, the age of GMB, not satisfactory to me. 2 years, GMB, I have not seen with all the time he spent in the government, for the 45, 46 years he spent in government. I have not seen GMB discipline or even implement for the Liberian people to see and say, GMB was the one that stood up when he was in the ministry. That's a typical example, like Mirabel in our age. And you try to push Mirabel. You say, yes, Mirabel has set the mark. It's the same as GMB. For all the years he has spent in government and all that time. But the Liberian people seeing it now. You see how he's sitting, what is the Gude was just talking about it before the show started. See how the woman is sitting. You can hear from his voice. You can see it in his face that he is not well. We're not praying for any bad thing. But you cannot. Why will you force it? Because you know what is on your sleeve. Because you know why when you push this man, you know what you're going to do. He's not the man that will implement. He's not the man that will do things.
Thank you, Mr.
For the Liberian people.
Again, guys, everyone entitled to the opinion. I will ask James to post a link. We need you guys to speak. This is about Liberia. We want to say thank you, Mr. Sibo. When we get to the next conversation, you can come back and talk. But we say thank you very much. Tomorrow, let me take one more. Georgie, and then we can come bring you back on for us to talk. Let me take what I mentioned. What I load pure crew mail. Yeah, but where your video? I bring you on your video. There you go. Now you're good. Now Friday.
Émission na bende.
Na there no sion. I put you swat roll.
Le comme que credit bon équipe na famille am tu gura we credit bon when équipe am tu we. Now na you die Jeremiah Thomas wa musu good. Eten équipe am.
Yeah. My man, I can say when it's small, they want to put it in English. The man in Delaware. My older brother in Delaware. I can say when it's small, man. I can say that way you carry me now too much from me.
I know my B and sisters are laughing at you right now.
Yeah, let me laugh. My man, I beg you with that. Don't jail me. I can go but say hello and how you feel that hey.
My man, all from the group and the family will grow up together, your brothers.
I understood all of that, but I can understand it well, but I just can't speak it too well.
Okay.
I want to say thanks for joining us concerning Joseph Yema Boaka video that is out there. What's your take?
Thank you, CEO. Thank you for allowing me to enter. It is unfortunate at this time that Kev Hassan will be discussing respect. Are you serious to be talking about respect? That GMB deserves respect? That we're saying here. We needed to tell the public, especially from the other camp, the CDC camp, that the owner is fit, he's well, he's capable. Let me just bring reference to where we live in the United States here. Even Joe Biden came from the hospital, he will post it on Facebook. The warehouse is also using Facebook. Everything being done from the warehouse is posted on Facebook. His wife, Jill, just came from the hospital, was also posted on Facebook. Why we can't have an issue that GMB was posted on Facebook and he's discussing respect at this time? But we just want to take care and the rest of his surrogates that the woman is fit, he's speaking. By God's grace, he's going to contest the election. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Listen, thank you for joining us every day, my man. We appreciate you. We hope you can tell your wife and your children and all the old man. Where in Ukraine you are living? Where in Ukraine are you from?
all the activity used to be around your area there because when folk was a bowling spot around your area, yeah, all that area there. Your
So,
brother
man,
Jeremiah, your brother Jeremiah said went to school together as well, you know. So I know.
So you tell the people that you're from Zimbabwe. That's an area over there, or you from Saigon. But why
No,
I say thank you, man.
I'm from Saigon, 110 street. I'm from Saigon.
Oh yeah, you from Saigon. Only you and myself will understand that one. We want to say thank you, my brother. Thanks a lot. We got our dear brother and friend, the baby pa. I hope the baby's strong today, my man Leo. You come to the job, I hope the baby's strong, man. The baby is growing. I saw the picture, the baby growing so big. But we want to say let's bring in Leo, and we'll bring everybody. Today is your show. Leo, what's up?
Not much, Stanton. Happy New Year to everybody.
I mean, how's the family?
The family is doing very well. Everybody's doing well.
We are grateful to have you. We have a series of discussion coming up. The first one is JMB video that is out there. The second one is the Prince Johnson making some very, very serious comment. And I told him I was going to call him. He said, okay, I will be calling him. Then we'll talk about McGill. McGill being that extra player that's hard to put on the bench. He called him crap. But let's talk about JMB, Leo. If you have time, you can hang with us because a couple of our guys, you know, they attending to all the Saturday issue. But let's talk about JMB. What's your take about that video?
I'm a bit shocked, to be honest, with the amateur way that those around former vice president.
Can you elevate your voice, please?
Can you hear me now? Is it better?
It's better, yes.
Yeah, I was just saying I'm a bit disappointed with the amateur way those that are around the vice president are handling him. Like, information came out that the vice president was sick, went to the hospital, people were playing politics. The party released a statement. What's the rush for taking a camera into the vice president's private hospital room to try and show and prove something? Couldn't they wait when the VP was recovered and everything and back to his residence and allow him maybe to come and give a statement? I just think it's like trying to prove a point to your critics that will not be convinced anyway. Your critics already decided to play politics. Those who care for the VP care for the VP. I think it was a horrible mistake on the part of the Unity Party. It looks desperate to me because they did not even ask him to address the issue about his health in the video, to even say, oh, Mr. VP, there's rumors out there. People are saying all kinds of stuff. How are you feeling? Can you tell the nation how you're feeling? They didn't do any of that. So I don't know who advising them to do that, but it shows utter desperation.
Let me bring it to Money George and Kev Hassan. Folks understand we can only take about 8 individuals. That's what StreamYard usually takes. So be patient. We're going to bring you on. Let me bring it to Money George. You go first, though. Disappointment from where a couple of the guys, some people say, well, it was a good. No, Leo is saying that you heard what he said. Come back now. Let's talk to the Liberian folks that are giving their concern. What are you hearing? I want you to banner something out here, Georgie.
Okay. Yes. Just attend in the sense that to have brought the former vice president forward this morning, it's like to prove a point to who I don't know, but I don't think I would say that those who managing him, I think it was a blunder on their part to do that, no matter what they say, because they're issuing separate releases this week coming off.
I beg you. Can I hold you right there? Somebody just texted me, Georgie, and this question for you. I know Kev coming to speak after you. They want you to be very clear. Blunder on the part to do what? If you say to do that, to do what? To bring him on the video? Okay. Blunder on the part, just can you, clear that for us.
Yeah, okay. First of all, they came out, several releases this week, came out from, they've been coming out, the office of the vice president, Unity Party too. Then the government of Liberia came out too, after Kev made that revelation, came a revelation and so forth. So to have brought him forth this morning to speak from his hospital bed, I thought they would have gotten that he was going home a couple of days, he'll be going leaving the hospital and so forth. And they try to downplay his illness. But for the fact that he been in the hospital for almost a week, they should at least say, look, the doctor should have been there. A doctor, like you see in America, a doctor would have been there to explain the vice president's situation. And to give the Liberian people and supporters confidence that the vice president is recuperating and just talk a little bit about his illness, to give them confidence that the vice president is getting back to full capacity, or whatever the case. Or to bring him and then just to say a few words. And it just since this video came out, several medical practitioners I spoke to in the USA that are friends with me, they gave their own medical assessment too, and said that a doctor would have been present in front of sitting with the vice president to at least talk to the Liberian people about his health, and the vice president spoken about his health too. There's some comment about it, but just bring him
But
and just.
then I'll ask you just real quick before going to somebody then. Don't you think they are working on his departure, leaving the hospital? That would be done. This was just a message to the Lofa County team. This was just a message to say, listen, you soon be leaving the hospital. And you are right. That's what we see, all the leaders. The vice president is a statement. The vice president belongs to Liberia now. It's not about the family or the party no more. So your point is accurate, though. But don't you think what I'm hearing, the family and the hospital, represented by the doctor and the nurses standing behind, they would give some form of report. Would that be fine with you?
But that should have been what it should have done. The doctors listening by the vice president there and commenting about his health issue, giving a confidence, but just bring him in the bed and just do that. Like somebody said earlier, they use that word desperation, like you're trying to prove a point to whom, you know. And I mean, I don't think I would have, if I were one of those in advising, I wouldn't have advised that they do that. So I waited the doctor to be present to give confidence to the people that look, vice president has whatever the issue, he stay overnight, a couple of days, and he have been positively. The vice president will be coming back on his feet soon and so forth. Maybe in hospital either today or tomorrow and so forth. But whatever, you saw the video, it was so short, and it just shows some. I mean, it created a lot of more questions than all they created.
Thank you, Judge. Let me bring it to my George. Thanks for joining us, Honorable Fagon, and thank God that you arrived safely. Let me bring in Kev Hassan. Kev, you listen to the folks, you listen to Leo Jones say, and then the rest of our followers right now. Comme ci, comme ça, so. Give me your second thoughts now, because you have heard enough already.
Well, Leo went on the issue. What they did, they further exposed the health issue on the president and former vice president. He listened to the former vice president. He actually can how would I say this? You know, because again, first of all, the opposition going to slaughter him, but we have to say the sluggishness of his speech. You can tell any medical practitioner listen to the former vice president, they will get angry why the guys did it. I can tell you what they did. I don't know which doctor, but it will be against a doctor advice. If any doctor who said they should put him on camera, that doctor will have a problem. Facial expression, mobility, movement. When you look at it, you know something wrong. But to put him dead on camera, you further expose his medical issue. Why rush? Not try to prove points. His speech.
Kev. Let the further correction before I bring it back on though. They didn't say anything medically. There was nothing. They didn't talk about his health. They didn't talk about his treatment. They didn't say anything. A quick, less than 20 seconds. Wish Lofa well, and we'll play the clip again. So should we walk that walk, Kev? Let me give you the chance to address it now.
Listen, not what they say in the interview, but what they're showing. That's where the health came from. Any medical practitioner, Tony spoke to some of them. They will tell him he may not say it. I go back. The sluggishness of his speech. facial expression. It's a classic case that I would not call. But somebody out there can watch it, can know. Let a medical practitioner come who will tell you that what they did, they further expose JMB medical issue. That was
All right,
wrong.
thank you. All right, thank you, Kev. Fago, I understand you've been following this clip issue. You saw the video already. Our first conversation for today is the video that going out on social media, trending greatly too. Folks responding to it. All about the less than 20-second video that was done actually by Jake Kabakori, and we heard Costa laughing, and all the folks were in the room. Talk to us, the Honorable Fagon.
Thank you for having me. The first thing that I want to ask is the other night we agreed that somehow asking for an offer or giving an offer was not the medical records. So we have to conclude and agree that everyone is entitled to the privacy of his or her medical record. But when you decide to become a political figure, it happened in the case of Biden, McCain, and others. People asked for the medical record because they wanted to make sure they were fit. That's not the situation here, though. And I am inclined to ask, since we cannot pry through the VP's medical record, let's establish some facts as opposed to the fiction. Was the VP in his hospital bed? Or was he at home? The video seemed to suggest that the VP was at home, unless any one of you want to say that he was in the hospital. We did not see anything looking like a hospital around there. We just saw him at home, kind of relaxing. Kev said the facial expression. Kev, when was the last time you came from on your sick bed and immediately they put you down, you look healthy? It takes some time for you to recover. I'm sure you will agree. Secondly, the old man chuckled. The old man laughed. So if we go by facial expression, was his happiness a sign of well-being? Because he laughed. And he said, the Nima people are his people, but he's going to give them 2-0. I tend to agree with you all that the video was short. Very, very short. Probably 30 seconds to 40 seconds video. I'll go back and look at the time. But what in the video seemed to suggest that a man leaving the hospital, one day after he left the hospital, he's supposed to be finished drinking Ilhwa Korean ginseng and healthy like everybody on this panel. Let's agree, man. The man left his hospital bed. You expect him to be energized? But he only tried to show that contrary to him being on oxygen, 6 liters going through his nose, or he could not move at all, or he could not talk at all, or that somehow he was dying, that was not the case. Which one of you on this panel have left from in hospital and the next day you are energized more than small monkey? Never happened before. So he said, maybe I will go on the field tomorrow. Did you all hear that? At least 2 to 3 days from now, if he's not up and moving, I think you guys will have a debate. But until you can tell me that when you came out of the hospital after 3 days, you were hot like cayenne pepper, excuse me. The old man just came from his hospital bed. I think he did well today. And I think we should be happy for him. That's my true word.
Eugene Lavin Fagon, we say thank you very much. But I must say this, Can we all agree that that video was taken from the hospital, right? In the hospital room.
Exactly. And I want to address a few things, CEO.
Go ahead, Leo. Go ahead before I bring in Augustus.
Yeah, quickly, Honorable Fagon, a few things I'd like to address that he just said. First of all, with the speculations that have been around, some gossip, some information all around that the VP was sick and ill at hospital. If the VP was home, like you said, what indications do we have? What indications also do you have that he was home, coming to address doing
because
a
I
video?
saw no hospital bed, no hospital equipment, no nothing.
So I didn't see the VP sitting in your living room on the couch with TV up and everything like a living room will actually look like also. So let me
two
just
of
make,
us are there now 50-50.
so let me just so let me just make my point clear then.
Thank you very much.
Why would a VP be recording a video that was predetermined and decided, it was not cut in real time, to release to the country in the midst of huge speculations that he's not well? He come out in a t-shirt looking like pajamas and not dressed like a statement to reassure the nation that yes, he may have been ill at a hospital, but he's recovering, he's okay. He came out looking like a hospital patient, in my opinion. And if he was home,
but what sort of patient was he?
Or if this video,
so Fago, let him finish. Let him finish. I will give you time, Fago.
I have seen VP Boakai addressing the country in pre-recording video. Never have I seen VP Boakai come to do a pre-recorded video that they have been releasing, whether released by Costa or Jacob Akoli. I've watched all the other videos. I've never seen somebody pre-recording VP Boakai in a t-shirt and in the pajamas. I've always seen him dressed. In fact, they can bluff with the camera and all the suit, the naked suit, the papier wearing and everything. This time around, it was in the midst of a speculation that he was so sick or not. I would have suggested that, okay, VP Boakai come and let people know that, yeah, he wasn't well. But this wasn't something that, like you said, he was lying in the hospital dying. And there is no indication for me that VP Boakai was home. It looked like, I may be wrong. I have no evidence to prove.
No, we can confirm, Leo. We can confirm he stayed at the hospital.
Okay.
That's the hospital room. That we can confirm now. The
Can I have my 30 seconds?
Yeah, you will. Let me rest with this. Fago, I will bring you in, then we'll go to Augustus. We can confirm that VP Boakai is still in the hospital. He probably will be leaving tomorrow, but the recording was done in his hospital bedroom. Thank you. Now, Fagon, you have your seconds.
Now, you say you did not see anything to suggest that he was at home. I asked you, what did you see to suggest he was in the hospital? You said nothing. So we left it at 50-50.
I said the way he was dressed.
When you wear pajamas in your house, are you in the hospital?
To sit for a recorded video to go to the entire nation?
Any kind of video.
But now we have concluded. We have confirmed that he's in the hospital.
30 seconds.
Yes, please do that.
Pajamas does not suggest where you are. It suggests your choice of what you want to wear. 2, you said that it was a pre-recorded video. You wanted to be live in his house with him. He's not one of the Facebook bootleggers that are around every day like me on Facebook. It's his choice. If he wants to record it, he recorded. When was the last time your president gave a state of the nation and spoke live? I mean, he didn't do it Facebook. It's his choice. Lastly, who leaves from their sick bed or is on their sick bed and wants to prove that, look, yes, I'm sick, but I'm not dying. I can talk, I can lecture, I can have fun, and wear kosu to do that. If you agree, and I agree with Stanton, that he's sick, and he said, Lord, you know what? It's true that I'm sick, but I'm not dying. You bring the camera up. He's supposed to wear kosu.
So did the United Party lie to us there with their press release that the vice president is in good health and is energetic and he's strong? I listen to Amos.
Wait, let me finish. I got this 30 seconds. If you are a medical expert, to determine now on Spoon Network that he's not in the good state of health, when was the last time you carried out your examination of the VP? We are discussing the VP health here. Let's not try to be medical experts. I agree with you. You have the right to look at the facial expression and make a determination. But to be emphatic that you are the authority on the subject matter is unfair to the Liberian people. The old man smiled. That means somebody happy. He laughed. That means somebody healthy. Even the pajama he wearing, that means he coming down. I mean, what we need to see is what we saw. That there is a human being sitting somewhere and says, maybe I'll go on the field tomorrow. My country must win. Compared to the idea that he was almost at the point of death. I mean, that's just my take. We're not going to win this argument on another person's health because we're not Stanton Witherspoon that owns a nursing school. And we are not the authority as a doctor or a physician.
Do not switch the argument, Fagon. We are not arguing his health. We are arguing about the video, if that was a proper move in presenting the vice president, not his health. So don't switch the argument
against you. Who are you? And I'm asking you.
I am a Liberian, and he's my former vice president.
Wait. Who are you to make a determination on when Fagon should make his facts versus fiction video and how he should make it? Who are you?
I am a Liberian.
All right, guys.
The president knows you are the former vice president.
Leo, you're not leaving. You were hanging along with us. Fagon, we got a lot of people. Honorable Fagon, we got a lot of people in the back want to come on. Let's hear from Augustus. Augusta, Dados, can you contribute tonight concerning the video?
Yes, CEO. Cool. You get me?
You good? Yeah.
Okay. Happy New Year to everybody on the panel. And my man, you think Fagon, my man had to try to unblock me. So back to the discussion of the. Yeah, you did that. But however, to the discussion.
In my backyard, the hackers.
All right.
So talk
all right. So.
Tell them to restore you.
So. Okay, I think that's not important. That can be behind the stage with you and I. So regarding this vice president health, I don't think that it is necessary that vice president video should be all on the internet regarding his sickness. And I think these people, the desperation of ex-government official after 12 years they've been in power, in Georgia. Because they are not in power now, they're using this vice president to get back in power. And I think it's wrong. The politics they're playing with our senior citizen is wrong. They shouldn't, what they want to prove to the Liberian people that the vice president is sick or he's well? No, you don't have to take a video. The vice president needs bed rest. So the vice president, regardless where he is now, he should be resting. And out of this politics thing, the reason why now we see him in the public view regarding health is because the desperate ex-government official that want to come back in power, they're using the vice president to return to power. And it's bad because if you follow most of them, they stay in government 6 years. After government, nothing else they can do. They want to come back in government, so they use the old man, and it's bad for our older people. And these are some of the reasons when you build institution, do not build institution around an individual. Build institution. Take for example, if Unity Party had other person that, by the time President Seti left the scene, if they had built a young person to run the party, we won't be back and forth over the vice president here. It's obvious, CEO, the more you get older, the more you get sick. And the vice president is getting older, definitely you get sick. So I see no reason of them.
I agree with you.
Augusta, thank you very much. We want to say thanks for this phone all the time. We appreciate you. Okay? Thanks a lot. Let me bring in Prince PC Calon Jr. Prizo, what's up?
Hey, thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother.
Talk to us. Your own take. Talk to us.
Man, it's I'm in a position right now. I'm really feeling bad. Like, who treats their father like that? Who does that?
Yeah.
Let's put the whole politics aside.
Yeah.
Who in the right mind would treat their father like the way they are treating Joseph Boakai today?
Like how, Prince?
He's sick. You go bring in front of video.
Fagon, cool off. Let the brother talk. He got his own free will. Who treats their father like that? Who does that? How? I want to give you a chance to tell.
Yeah, I'll go into it. Yeah. We all watched the clip. Yeah, some of us, we don't talk into Liberian politics a lot, but we all watched the clip. The old man is sick. The old man is in the hospital. You put the former vice president, you put him in a pajama to speak to the nation. Even if it was a 5-minute clip, whoever records the clip said to the vice president, millions, he didn't say thousands, he said millions of Liberians are going to watch this clip. Meaning I'm going to put it on social media. Other people are going to run with it. People like Kev Hassan is going to run with it. So we will put you in pajamas. Look, if I was the son of the former vice president, nobody is going to come in his room with video. Look, you come see my father, you're not even bringing your cell phone.
Thank you.
I don't want anybody discussing my father's medical issues right after they leave the room.
Thank you.
Look, protect your father first. Where is the children? Where's the children of the former vice president sitting there and allowing people to walk in his medical room while he's taking treatment, trying to recover? Look, Stanton, if that old man was well, we agree he walks himself to the hospital for checkup. If he was well, it's 2 weeks. Nobody's stupid here. We should start treating the former vice president with respect and dignity. It's a shame that people will sit there today and try to defend the fact that you had a former vice president of the Republic of Liberia, for God's sake, 16 years of service as former vice president in pajamas because you want to prove a point.
16 years as former vice president? I thought it was 12.
12 years. Thank you, Stanton. Thank you for your
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it
Thank you,
pisses me
Prince.
off, man. I am
Thank you,
so
Prince.
mad. I am so mad watching that clip over and over again. And it's just a clear fact. We know. Look, in politics, you have to have two people that operates, right? You have the guarantee and you got the guarantor. Half of the people standing as the guarantor of this leadership of bringing Joseph Boakai have a motive. They just want to get back in power, especially the young people.
Thank you, Prince.
In Liberia, we always say this, right? And I defend the fact that we always say, look, the future of Liberia lies in the hands of the youth. But that's a lie. The future of Liberia lies in the hands of the prepared youth. Only those that prepare themselves. And we see it today, right?
Thank you. Thank you, Prince.
It's
always good to have folks like you.
Let me end on the point quick.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
We saw 12 years, right? CDC were trying to take power for 12 years. You know the mistake CDC made? If I was in CDC, I was going to push. But Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was sending a lot of people on government scholarship to go and educate themselves. CDC should have used that opportunity of bargaining, that all her strong and forceful partisans go out there and get a sound education. That today they will be, but you know what happened? Most of them still running around. What the guys,
Thank you.
guys that got the education, they enjoy it.
We will bring you back again. We got a lot of other folks waiting for us. We want to say thanks for your contribution.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Let me bring in one other person, then we'll go around the table. Let me bring in Blair. Albert. Go ahead, my friend. Welcome to Spoon Talk again. How you doing?
Thanks a lot, CEO and the rest of the guys. I'm Albert here in Brussels. It's very sad, you know. Those who make the video clip and put it on social media, if they feel that it was a good political strategy, I think they are mentally constipated, because the image of the former vice president is not just his image, it's the image of the entire country. You understand? We can all see that the vice president is not well. They should have just made a clip, and then maybe if they want to send a message to the Lofa County team, they can put it on the various radio stations, and nobody's going to see the physical condition of the vice president. Already, the CDC has been making this thing as a condition that the former vice president is not feeling well. He's not fit to take over as president of the country, because there are people who are pushing him that when the vice president takes over, he's not going to stay long, and these people are the ones who want to take over the country. They are just proving a point that the CDC has been putting up from time to time. So I don't think this thing was a rush. They should have waited. The vice president recover well. He goes out of the country, that he has a plane trip. He comes back, and that story will be there because they have already made a reporter to the story. But seeing the vice president in that condition, like the former guy said, I would not have allowed anybody to video clip my father in that condition, especially in pajamas, in the hospital bed. it does not prove the strength of somebody who wants to take over the presidency of a country.
Thank you very much. Listen, thanks a lot, our brother. You always follow us, though. We appreciate you. Thanks for your contribution tonight. Let me come back to the guys in studio, and then we'll do the second round. Those of you guys that waiting, please, again, we can only take 10. All right. I know I'm seeing Paralegal with Tello, Lord, Mafela, and everybody else in the back. Please, we'll bring you on. Let me just go back into studio. Sintuman and George, you're hearing this thing. Different argument, though. I will try to wrap up now on this video, and we'll play a video again. Please, for the sake of those that just joining us, James, let's just play. The video is 1 minute 3 seconds. 1 minute 3 seconds. So let's play the video again, please.
Good morning, Mr. Vice President.
Good morning.
You look very well this morning.
I'm sure very well. I feel so.
Thank you. So we just want a few seconds with you. Lofa County is playing tomorrow in the finals of the county meet. Any word for your team?
Well, the first thing I can say is that success is sure. Nimba people are my people. They're very close, so be lenient with them and let two goes.
Okay, Mr. Vice President. So millions of Liberians are going to be watching this video. Is there any special word you have for them today?
Don't be surprised if I see me on the field. I know. And I'm feeling very well. I'm very good.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President, for your time.
Let's stop, guys. For me, let's just go into it. Just real quick, give it your best shot right now. We got to move to Prince Johnson's story. Sintoman and George, you go ahead. You are muted, Georgie.
Okay, yeah. Our culture, right? Liberian culture, we are not used to discussing people's officials or public figure health. So that's why most of the time when you're talking about these things, people take exception to it. But in other countries in the Western world, once you are a public official, your health is a fair game. Now, with that in mind, as I said earlier, the best thing today was the doctors, the health team of the medical team of the former vice president who had come before the camera, sitting along with him, and at least get some updates about the vice president medical situation and why he checked in the hospital and so forth, and the updates, and give some assurance to the people, his supporters, that the former vice president is responding to treatment and he will be leaving the hospital in a couple of days or tomorrow. So give that assurance. It is also the fact that former vice president is not well. He checked in the hospital. He's been there for almost a week. So the fact he might have had some couple of days in the hospital, going through some treatment, and that for the fact that he was sitting up today talking to the people, it shows some sign of improvement. So all these speculations would have been allayed if they have done due diligence to the people of Liberia and to the former vice president by coming with a medical team and briefing the nation and word about his health situation. Then all the speculation we're having today would have been taken care of. But again, we just got to accept what thing. We wish him well and pray for his speedy recovery. That's all.
Thank you very much, Senator Cap. Your final thoughts.
First of all, we established that the former vice president is in the hospital. Look at the picture, you see a reflection of something look like an oxygen machine. Look at the picture, you're going to see the reflection in the back. So he's there. But let me say this. We are not talking about when you sick malaria and you tire, you can see the tire on your body. That's not what we talking about when we say facial expression. We're not talking about tire. We're talking about I'm restrained to say medical practitioners out there know exactly what I'm talking about. Even some nurses on our live feed say some things. You know, they know what we're talking about. Just watch and see. Even the movement of his lips, you can tell something uh, there. So if you have a medical background, you will see what I'm saying. It's difficult to discuss that because, like Tomlin said, our culture, but it is a fair game. It is a fair game to discuss the health of our leader, past leader, upcoming leader. Remember, the former vice president is running to be president of the Republic of Liberia. All over the world, they discuss about the health of incoming president, current president. So when people getting upset while discussing about it, think that it's some kind of Bush thing. No, we're supposed to. We're supposed to discuss about every politician health. We see that in this country. We see that in different countries. And we try to be advanced. You know, we talk about how Liberia should be better, how Liberia, but you want to keep some things and you want to talk something. We also, the way the opposition talk about the president's say things. They say, look, he got kidney problem. He going with tube. They say everything, and guess what? They say it's a fair deal to talk about George Manawia's health. So why can't we talk about the health of incoming, supposed to be incoming president if he will win the election? So we have to talk. It's a fair game for every Liberian. But people get upset when we do that. But you want to talk about Donald Trump helpful. You want to talk about Joe Biden had a COVID, and they talk about it. Other former, let me say this to you, CEO. I want Leo to come back. Maybe he can buttress on that. You remember when Jimmy Carter got sick? They talk about it. The media talk about Jimmy Carter because he's a former president. They spoke about it. You want the good thing about America. You want to hide some things. You will say, "Oh, let's be America this, America this." They spoke about Jimmy Carter health. They spoke about other lawmakers, everybody. It's an open book. So the health about JMB is an open book, as well as the health about George Manawia should be an open book. I think they should ask on all politicians. Folks will say, "Oh, why you're not talking about George Manawia?" Ask. It's your right. Ask. But we should talk about JMB health. So folks who did that video did a disservice to the former vice president in the pajamas. Goodness, come on! You can't wait when you get home. When you're doing that, I think it's a disservice. It's a disgrace. I think folks who did that, I don't know, man.
Thank you, Captain Leo.
Thank you, CEO. I just like to establish a pattern here, first of all, with the whole. I think the United Party needs to do a better job with information management. I will quickly reflect on. You remember when the whole picture came out about JMB being on an airplane? When JMB is traveling as a statement, former vice president, or doing something, or something happens, the party needs to get ahead of it. Usually, when you see much organized party, when the vice president gets sick, before even it went out as rumor, you would have seen a press release to say former vice president Joseph Boakai was diagnosed with a high fever or whatever that is, or he checked in with EIDVA for a general checkup, or he wasn't feeling well. You establish the narrative so it does not turn to be a gossip. Then we are all obliged to go to that narrative because there's no need to be gossiping about the former vice president health if there is an official release out there that he's checking. Like we all get sick from time to time when we go to our doctors. The second piece, when he got in, It would have been so nice to have a doctor do a quick press conference or a quick video, 5 minutes, to say, we've seen a former vice president. He checked in. He wasn't feeling well. He's been treated. And so far, he's responding very well to treatment. We expect him to be back on his feet and back home or whatever that is. I don't care about whether they wanted to do Lofa Kante message or whatever that is. That's their piece. But for the party to go do Lofa Kante message and ignore the type of rumors that is spreading around about the VP health, let's admit it, and then do a video for 1 minute 30 seconds or 1 minute 20 seconds in the vice president pajamas in the hospital, and do not even address or care about the information that's out here about the vice president health. The reason we don't like to discuss these issues is because sometimes people do it in a disrespectful way. I don't think if we are discussing it in a respectful manner, making sure that we are trying to help dispel some of the rumors and literally cautioning the United Party to do better in terms of information management, that's not an issue. So in my opinion, that video, first of all, it felt like you're trying to distract from the real thing. How come nobody had a doctor or anybody to say the vice president is well? He's recovering very well. In a day, he will be back home. He's 100% again. He's been treated for whatever he was dealing with. He will be back home and he will be back on the campaign trail. He's healthy. He's fit. How come nobody addressed that? But you're talking about only Lofa Kante. Then that's a distraction. It looks like a political strategy, a political ploy that has gone very bad, because the one thing everybody was hoping to hear is that VP Boakai is well. He was sick, he was treated, and he's well. He's on his way back home.
So before I leave you, Leo, I know you're going to hang with us before I move on to Fagon and my brother Pete Batty. Let me ask you, though, what your expectation, briefly. Now, you wanted him to do the video from home? You wanted him to be, doctor standing there and say he's leaving today, he's going home? Is the video a bad video because they did a video? Or is video a bad video because the VP was sitting in the pajamas? Just quickly, make it very brief.
Yeah. Quickly, I'll say, one, first of all, the video was a bad video because it came on the backdrop of massive allegation or rumors that the vice president was seriously sick. Because he was done in a pajama in a hospital setting, for me, that was not a great representation of someone who's trying to project strength. Unless the vice president were trying to prove to us that, yeah, I really sick for true, are in the hospital, then that's great. If that's the message the United Party wanted us to get, that message was clearly sent.
I'll hold you right there, though. Donald Trump, Joe Biden, it was in the same hospital said, listen, I'm going for the procedure. I will be turning power over to Kamala Harris. Donald Trump, COVID hit him. We saw him, he took a ride to the hospital. So if the VP think you have the strength now to send a general message to the public, anticipating to leave the hospital tomorrow, what's wrong with that?
Great. Nothing would have been wrong with that if the way Donald Trump and Joe Biden did it, that doctors released information, they themselves released information that they were not well, they were checking in. And after they were done checking in, we had a full-fledged information with us that said they were well or they were recovering, except that the vice president did not say anything about him being sick. He did not say anything about him getting well. He did not say anything about him even being in a hospital, but he was in a pajama, and the only question he was asked, what about the Lofa Kante Gina cameo? What does he have to say about it? So in my opinion, thank God you still wanted the rumor to perpetrate. So they are telling you, go ahead and decide for yourself what you think. Based on what you're seeing in the video, when I tell you what's going on, you can choose for yourself.
Thank you very much, Leo. Hang with us, Leo, if you can. If you can hang with us. On the Honorable Fagon, your final thoughts on this JMB video.
You see, people saw me nodding my head when salient points were raised. For example, Leo said they need to get ahead of the game. The moment the president checked in, do not wait for rumors. Because when the rumors take effect, then you have to defend. You have to defend. And that's what they're doing right now. Secondly, they said, clearly you can see if you play the video again, the vice president is sitting in a black chair. Maybe you guys didn't take notice. His back is against a wall like this with a small curtain. How, from the video, we're able to judge that that's a hospital or his living room? It's a black chair, it's a wall like this, and it's the curtain. If you put the video back up.
All right, let me put the video back up. You want me to?
Yeah.
All right, James, put the video back up. It's just 1 minute anyway.
But I thought you confirmed, CEO, that you had confirmation.
No, he's in the hospital. He's in the hospital. It was done from the hospital. But the reason why I put the video back up, he gave me the description Oh.
Good morning, Mr. Vice President.
Good morning.
You look very well this morning.
You see the black chair, and you see the curtain, and you see the wall.
Thank you. So we just want a few seconds with you. Lofa County is playing tomorrow in the finals of the county meet. Any word for your team?
Well, the first thing I can say is that
I mean, we saw what you're talking about. Let's move on.
So
there's more to that video anyway if you're trying to talk about the scripture, but I will give you your piece.
Yeah, it's a medical instrument in the back, yeah.
A medical what?
What medical instrument?
Medical instrument, I saw in the back.
I beg you now. You just said something. What were you saying, Tomani?
I saw like a medical instrument in the back.
You saw like
ECACO.
What kind of instrument?
Like
can we play the video again? Can we play the video again, please? I just want us to.
Good morning, Mr. Vice President. You look very well this morning.
Well, leave me. You seen doing different thing,
Guys, if you want to speak, I will ask you. Hold on 1 minute.
All right.
Hold on 1 minute. Hold on. Fagon, I beg you, wait, Fagon. If you want to speak while the video being played, unmute yourself because once the video comes on,
I'm still hearing the audio of the video. Can you tell someone to turn? I'm still hearing it. It's just me.
Are you still hearing it now?
I'm still hearing the audio.
Maybe it's from your device, so it's off.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you unmute yourself, then you'll be able to speak while the video being played. I will pause Fagon for a little bit because you talk about medical instrument in the back. I'm not seeing it, but what you see and where you see it, can you tell us?
I think you can put it.
Yeah, but let's play the video one more time. Okay, let's play the video.
Good morning, Mr. Vice President.
Good morning.
You look very well this morning.
I'm sure very well. I feel so.
You should pause the picture.
So we just want a few seconds with you. Lofa County is playing tomorrow in the finals of the county meet. Any word for your team?
Well, the first thing I can say is that success is sure. Nimba people are my people. They're very close, so be lenient with them and let two goes.
Okay, Mr. Vice President. So, millions of Liberians are going to be watching this video. Is there any special word you have for them today?
Don't be surprised if I see me on the.
Tomani, you go ahead, St. Tomani George, before Fagon come in. You talk about medical instrument.
I said my eyes deceiving me, but I know on the form of VB life showed up, something like an oxygen machine. Except my eyes deceiving me, but everybody got their own
Kev, did you see in the reflection?
Look at it, put the picture up and pause it and let people.
On your right shoulder.
Yeah, on the right shoulder, look at the curtain and see the reflection. The curtain, you will see two different, you will see the flower up, which that curtain is the flower curtain, and look at the machine down, where you look down. We're not talking about that thing that you will lift the curtain up. Look at
that's why they used to put the blind up in the hospital.
Look at
I'm talking so.
I know.
I'm telling you, I wear glasses.
Hold on 1 minute.
Wait. If that's what they used to put the blind up in the hospital, so far,
yeah, they be in the hospital. I've been there before. I slept there.
So it's in the hospital, right? So like hospital, right?
I said that's what they use
to put in the hospital. So you just come from the hospital, right?
I'm not EWA people. I say if that's something
you
that's
just said, you said that's what they use in the hospital. So you just
they use that in hospitals.
So you just confirm it's a hospital. So why waste your time?
In a hospital.
Leo, help me, my man. You just confirm it.
All right. Before we go to Leo, Fagon, Kev, let Fagon finish. We gotta bring it back to Peabody. And before we do that, though, Leo, I want you if you can go back to the video. I'm asking James because we gotta move on. Maybe you will see what Tomani talking about. Then we'll bring you in later. If I'm gonna make your point, I gotta go to Peabody.
The point I want to make here is that the United Party people, like Leo said, did not jump on the story. They allowed the rumors to take effect. And then they came back to defend. And to defend it, they were using words. But then it came to the point where the rumors had so much saturated amongst the Liberian people to the point where they actually believed that Joseph Boakai now was at the point of death. So in a hurry position to prove a point, they created a disaster. Because again, let me state, maybe people don't see where I'm coming from. Hey, if you tell me say I'm sick, so because I'm sick, I get counted. Because I'm sick, and that's what the chairman counted. Because I'm sick, I can't talk. But clearly, the point you guys are making, you can see that the former vice president's speech is slurred. The vice president is sitting in an uncomfortable position. His right hand is not even moving. Someone talked, and instead of moving his head like this, the vice president just moved his eye, and he went and he laughed. At the end of the video, take note, in order for the vice president to even speak again, he had to struggle, close his eyes, try to remember. This is not the first time. And I will say this, whether people like it or not. When Henry Costa took the old man to cut his hair, Costa wanted to cut his hair. So Costa went to his barber. And instead of, out of respect, allowing the vice president as an elder to get a haircut first, Costa got a haircut first, and the vice president had to wait for him. It became noise. In a bid to force the vice president to look presidential, they bought a gray suit that was bigger than the vice president. It became controversial. The vice president, with 42 years, 43 or 44 now, of public service, was speaking, and your friend, CEO, George Lobo, acted like the vice president did not know what to say. And on an open mic, he started tutoring the vice president. Now today, what do we see? Everyone can get sick. Joey never got sick before. Kumi's never got sick before. Jeremiah Kung hasn't gotten sick before. If this man is sick, come on. He's not the first, he wouldn't be the last. But to go to a room with a camera, bring him outside in pajamas, slumping over in a chair, and say, talk. Clearly somebody was saying something because he had to look. And then when he looked, he smiled and he laughed. Look, sickness is for everybody. Yeah. That small coke caught me the other day. You, Stanton, Koi almost killed you last week. What's the point? But my point now.
I mean, Koi almost killed me. Don't get it for bad news. Koi almost killed me back. Don't do that.
I'm gonna kill you, man.
No, man.
He couldn't even talk. You almost died. If I thought it was COVID. But again, and you couldn't stay on the show. Why didn't talk about you? But this was not the time, man. They really, look, let me tell you something. And that's why I say when you deal with propagandists, you got to be careful. Do you think now, for election, people should show any other video of the vice president other than that video? Of him say, yeah, I know.
The vice president was very wrong. So let me bring in Dr. Peabody and I will say my piece. I disagree with you on a lot of stuff you just said. Dr. Peabody, please.
Well, let me say. So I'm going to come from a different.
Peabody talk about his sickness too.
I'm going to come from my son had cold last week. I'm going to come from a different point.
Peabody met me to the barber shop today. He was talking about cold.
I ain't gonna talk that.
Too funny. He will not talk about alcohol. He went to the barber shop.
That's not bad. You the barber shop. I will send up by the body and ask the man whether you still cutting your hair. So
Hey, man. We talk about the domestic. Man, let me know.
No, man. But let me say this. I'm going to come from a different point. I'm going to implore cultural relativism here. We talk about, oh, why they didn't have a press conference, the medical doctor. I mean, we don't expect what is done in America for the people in Liberia to do it that way. Okay, it's no doubt that the VP is sick. Okay, the optics was just bad.
I mean, he was sick. I would like for us to put it like
the
that.
VP was
No
sick.
doubt he was
but,
sick.
But again, knowing our Liberian people, if a photo of the VP was not posted, they'll say, "Oh yeah, they're lying. The man's sick. What? Why they can't show a picture? Why they can't show a picture? Why they can't?" So they had to do something. I mean, they didn't do it the right way. I would say, but they had to just show something of the VP to show that he's recovering and he's doing good. Because the issue was statement that he's doing well, so they had to show something. Was the update good? For me personally, I would say no. But no, our Liberian people, if you don't show the picture, they'll say the man is sick or the man died, and they don't want to show the picture. So I think that was a difficult situation for them for them to be in. But at least they had to do something so Liberian people can see. Was it the right thing? I would say no.
Okay. The man just able to say my people are recovering. Oh, you know I was sick. Just to the end, at least.
But they'll say, why you show a picture? I'll put one see picture now. So we wish the VP speedy recovery for me. I wish the speedy recovery, but there's no doubt that he's recuperating, and but the update was just not the right one to show for me personally.
Thank you, guys. We'll be moving on to I beg my folks. I have 4 of them in the back. Before we move on, let me bring them on because we asked them to. Now, we'll just stop this fire after these 4 comments, and we'll talk about the next. Move on to the next segment. Let me bring in Napoleon Sasso. Their last name Sasso. I was watching against the movie, the Mexican drug cartel, and he was Sasso. And if you watch, how you call him, Scarface, one of the bad guys carry similar name. So, but it's not you, my brother. I'm just messing with you. It's not you. How you doing today? And thanks for joining us. Let's talk about this clip. You are muted.
Stanton, thanks for having me. I just want to remind my fellow Liberians, when George Weah left the country for 48 days, we were crying. If we make any mistake electing Ome Boakai, we'll be living in the hospital for the next 6 years. So we better be careful. Liberian, we think we made mistake by electing George Weah. We think that we made mistake by electing Charles Taylor, UK Mama, UK Mapa. This time around, 2023, we should start thinking. We should move our country forward instead of going backward. If you think George Weah spent 48 days out of the country and then we were crying, Ome Boakai will make us to live in a hospital for 6 years. Thank you for having me, Stanton.
Not put them out. There you go. Thank you, man. Bye. Let me bring in Steven. How you doing, my brother?
The man when I thought that wrong, shot.
Can you unmute, Steven? Can you unmute?
Not enough for all you. Good evening, guys. I'm not going further because he can't speak through other way. Don't forget about
I try, brother. Thank you.
Yeah. I just like to look at some. The whole thing here is that Boakai is sick. You can tell from his body posture.
Do you still believe
somebody
that
is leading?
Sick? I beg you, let me cut you off. Do you think
whether he's still sick or
he
was sick, whether he's still sick or he was sick, that's something that leads us to the discussion. So he was sick. If you want me to say he was sick, so we can do that negative thing, it's fine. Tommy is laying back. I know Tommy is laying back. Stanton is leaning towards his left hand. He's leaning towards his left hand. Boakai posture tells you that he's not well or he recovered. The issue should be very short, like the guy said yesterday, that we shouldn't be discussing it because our culture. Forget about the Western world. We can't be the Western world. We're far from that. But did we actually discuss Samuel Toy, who's a young guy in his 50 or 60 or whatever issue may be. But then let's go back to Joseph Boakai. These guys just try to prove point that, oh, he got to be a formidable force. So they have somebody to contend with because coming is 7% from 2017. But there are other guys who that need to be discussed. Their help. The Minister of Finance had an accident. We never heard of how he's coming up. We only heard he's back in the country. Joseph Boakai, by this time, UP folks, you should put the man somewhere. One of the guys said they should have trained somebody during hailing time that would be known to the public, not by riding with the old man. There's a motive behind carrying the old man. I always say I'm not partisan to any political party. The last time I voted for Clayton Watterson. I did not follow any of the guys in the whole politics. Tell me, why are you laughing? Yeah, so I just want to say that let's discuss some of the burning issue because Joseph Boakai wanted to say they got oxygen something. That was a blame. The string on the blame. That was it. Too many guys look, small they see a problem. When in 1997, Maximo used to drive, the smoke used to be coming in the car. Yeah, so that's just my point. Stand up, don't go there. That's just my point. But how many, that's part of the cool people in nature. We let the folk people, the one who can call folk back, Yeah, but yes, I like Leo point. I like most of Leo point he make going back and forth. I like Fagon point. Leo always make a good point, especially when he's listening to people. I've been following Leo for a very long time. We did an interview with him doing a Canada presidential leadership something. So I just like his point. But Fagon, keep pushing what you're pushing. My brother Kev, the man who ask opposition and then space CDC. You take 30,000 out. If 30,000 is wrong, then CDC is corrupt. That's my point. I rest my case, gentlemen.
Okay, my man. Oh,
I doing what there?
Oh, man.
The crew people know what they're going here.
Let me bring Vanny Saki. He will be our last person. Or Paralegal will be the last because we promised Paralegal Otelo. Let me bring in Vanny. Vanny.
The point is we know later on though.
The letter's not coming.
Am I audible?
Vanny, you good.
All right, thank you, Waterspoon. I will do my best to stay away from the politics because I finally decided that our politics, we talk says, it's not worth it. People take things too personal. Our generation is just so disappointing. So I just decided to watch Liberia through a window now and wish for the best. But let me say this. I want to put myself in the shoe of Joe Vargas Santi. It is saddening and it's sickening that for the couple of days since Kev Hassan, my brother, book, he gossip with the president, we are silent on a very important issue. But we're discussing Joseph Boakai illness. Let me say to my brother Kev, he said it's a fair play to discuss the health condition of people vying for public position. 100% true. When it is appropriate to do that, my brother, for heaven's sake, do you stand on the bed of a sick man and criticize him and condemn him or being incompetent or not prepared to run a country when he stays sick? The right time to question a man's health is wait. Joe Boakai will leave the hospital one day. You can do everything to get hold of a medical record. You can use it. But hey, gentlemen, for heaven's sake, we just seized huge quantity of weapons and ammunition at the port of Monrovia. Joseph Boakai is just one man. Those weapons and ammunition can be used to destroy lives and property. We're not even discussing that. We got our mountain bombing hill that was mortgaged to foreigner, billion dollar company that can't even own an office but rent or continue to stay in. We're not even discussing that. We are discussing one man health. I got sick before, and today you see me healthy and strong. Just because somebody got sick or somebody is sick, it's not evident that he or she is incompetent to govern the country. A Senate can be used to determine somebody's inability to function in the future because you can get sick today, Kev Hassan, and get better tomorrow, and even be more stronger. But I'm begging you, CEO, for God's sake, can we put an end completely to the discussion today? Please, when the time comes, Kev, when it's appropriate to explain to the Liberian people why Joseph Boga is not healthy to run the country, you're right to do so. But why he's going through treatment, my brother, for heaven's sake, man. We will burn the country down for the sake of scoring political point. We'll destroy each other. We'll bring family down just for the sake of showing who is right to win and who is not right to run, or who is not healthy. Hey, God, gentlemen. Every day you people give me reason to just close my eye and forget about that problem. It's so disappointing that our generation should be thinking different. I understand. You somebody have to criticize them, but it should be at the appropriate time. Not when the old man is in hospital and we take almost 4 days discussing one man, but the weapons and ammunition that were brought, it will land him by hands. Who know how many lives will be destroyed? I beg you, CEO. A friend of mine, let me just conclude on this. Never knew I was in America. He called me from Bon County when he said, "Oh, how are you on Spoon Talk?" That remind me that many people listen to this show. Please, Lord, make this show about national issue. Joseph Boakai will get well. Kev Hassan, if you think he's not healthy to run the country, wait for the appropriate time and discuss the health condition. Thank you, CEO, for the opportunity, and I'm gone.
Thank you, Ronnie. We appreciate your time. Thanks, my brother. Let me bring in Paralegal Otero. He will be our last person for tonight. Otero, how you doing?
Yeah. Hi, CEO. Thank you. I'm so happy today to, for my first time to come on your show. But I just want to be laconic. I want to be very much short and sweet. I feel proud when I see my crew brothers coming on this show, speaking fairly, greeting the people. I like that. We are all not American. So in that manner, I know I'm a crown man. I know no crown man on our show, but I let to speak crown to greet you guys. Andrew Fao, and also our crown name to can be in the record. And for Kev, I have a message for Kev. The people of Grand Jida County, they say they want to see Kev. They have a name for him. They want to ordain because he's brave like them. He talk like them, and he's not a coward. So the people of Grand Jida County want to give Kev their flower. Why he stay alive? Now to the point. For those of the other Liberians, I want to push political point by showing VP Boakai like that to the public. I beg them. I want them to do one thing for me. What I want them to do for me is that the vice president will be going to America. You'll be coming to America. I'm right here in Massachusetts. You'll be coming to America and you'll be flying on Brussels Airlines. Let you please record it. Let's see him walking entering the flight. Let's see him walking entering Air Brussels. Send the one political point so that point can be clear. Thank you, CEO.
Thank you very much, Paralegal Otero. We appreciate your time on the show. Thank you for being patient, though. Like every day, we see you guys are welcome. Thanks, my dear brother. Folks, we'll be moving on because we just have to move on because what happened is that it's 5:33, 10:33 in Liberia. I believe we are wrapped up. I don't know why you would say we shouldn't discuss it. For me, the family, the team put up a video. It's appropriate to discuss it, folks. It is appropriate to discuss it. You know, what I do believe, the former vice president remains strong. It's just Stanton speaking, please. The former vice president remains strong. The former vice president will be leaving the hospital. Information reaching us tomorrow. Everything is normal. That's what I was told. And once he get home, he will address some of this issue. But from the hospital bed, he's speaking to politicians, to partisans, to his team, to the leadership of Unity Party, and he's preparing to leave the country to travel to the United States to make a lot of engagement. While you guys were speaking, again, I'm on the phone. The folks, the team, the JMB team, the expectation is high. They feel better, great, and I asked them, "Are you sure JMB will be home tomorrow?" They have given us 125% that he'll be home tomorrow. Now, let me go back to Fagon, what he said. If in the next few days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, JMB is not home, then again, we would be extremely concerned. We understand that not everything you're going to hear, even if the data come forth, the data have limitation as to what they can tell you, what they can tell me, because the patient have rights. So we should just discuss what we can discuss. The vice president belongs to Liberians in and out of Liberia. He's everybody's vice president. We must discuss him. We are not insulting him. We are not making up stories. You have folks on Facebook, Leo. They say, oh, the vice president has stroke. All of us say the vice president can walk. The vice president are talking. A lot of different information coming up. So for the family or the team to do a video, I think it was well done. For us to discuss it and give it more credence today, talk about it even more, I think it's appropriate. So to my brother Vanisaki, I would disagree with you. This vice president wants to be president tomorrow. CDC say we gave him an offer, and they said we should hide it. If we fail to discuss this issue, then who? But we appreciate your time. We appreciate you. We appreciate everyone. I think on this note, we have a couple of videos coming up from Prince Johnson. So if you want to hang with us, we'll be bringing you guys on the next round. But I want us to talk about Prince Johnson's video. And I know Fagon like that. Something is happening, folks.
Yeah, I wanted to just end on this since the call.
You want to end on something? Yeah, we got to wrap it up, Kev. Go ahead.
Marcel wanted to end on something.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Kev.
Vani and other will call him my name. People got to realize something. When it comes to their part, they say, "Oh no, don't be like America. We are this person." Well, when they get problem, they call it America. Oh, you can't sanction people. You can't this. We saw from what's the state? Arizona, McCain. We saw McCain. McCain was going through election with Barack. They spoke about his health, his age. They went on hard media. I think Leo and others, you guys can confirm that 2008 election. They attacked McCain's health. They attack his age. The same folks, some of them who now say don't talk about the paper, but some of them, the people like Vani there who support the Democrat, they were on board for that, attacking. They were talking, oh, the man, Barack, oh, Barack. Then we come to their own, they say, no, don't talk it, oh. We shouldn't talk it. Keep it secret. But Vani will talk about Summit 12. He's my man, he's my brother. He will talk about 12 all day. You see, that deception that will get into our, in our country is sometimes shameful. That you will come out and talk about your other people, but you cannot talk about your side. That's the country. It's a fair game to talk about JMB. It is a fair game.
All right, folks, we got to move on. We seriously have to move on. So I will give you your 30 seconds.
I just want to say to President, there is a time when you can joke about something, and there's a time you can be serious. The reason why I say so is this whole idea of the government have made him an offer. I'm looking at the word offer because legally and maybe constitutionally, if you want to argue, that's up to you. But what is the right thing to do? Some of the monies that we see spent all around this place for different activities. When was the last time people came up and said we have to tell the government? If this old man, something was to happen to him, and I'm going to say it again, it happened to Judy Bryant. If something happens to this old man, George Weah shouldn't think that Liberian people will say he's not responsible. They're going to hold him responsible. And this old man's health should not be used to score political points. My Ellen was sick. When she came home, the same day she came home, George Weah went there. Today, Joseph Parker has spent how many days in the hospital? And your government still trying to initiate a conversation? The right thing to have done was to go there. Let the family say, oh, we don't want him here, we don't want him here. No problem. But he's sick. Now let me say to President Weah, if he goes home tomorrow, you better go to see him too. Because that will balance it. He's your opponent, he's not your enemy. And last but not the least on this subject matter, tomorrow, if JMB is to go home, Stanton, you hearing me? It will be the appropriate thing to do. Make sure the old man, not equal sudo, but at least his trouser, his loafer t-shirt, his loafer hat. Before releasing him from the hospital or team of doctor, he should have his personal physician. They should come right beside him and say, Mr. Vice President was admitted so and so time. He was admitted for this and this. He has responded well, yada, 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 X, Y, Z. We've advised him to do yada, yada, yada. Case closed. It's coming from the medical expert. And he's appropriately dressed because tomorrow it will be him against Prince Johnson. And the Liberian people will be waiting to see the outcome. I just wanted to say that off my chest.
Thank you, Fagon. Folks, I will ask you guys, because we've been having the last two, and I seriously mean it. I'm going to bring in Ben. I believe we heard from Sibo already, but let me bring in Ben. Ben's very patient. It's not a chairman Ben. It's one of the band that following us. Ben, thank you for joining us. Can you hear us? Hello? We are not hearing you, and you're unmuted, but we are not hearing you. We can bring you back once you get it all set up. No, we are not. All right, we'll try to bring you back. All right, guys, so let's just play the video of this. Is very, very interesting. Folks, we want to say thanks for joining us. That was the discussion on the former Vice President, Udisa. We're going to go to the phone line, take a few calls. Then from there, we're going to talk about Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson on is very short, but I will try to call him and see whether he will pick up. His videos are videos that are coming up swinging. So let's take a few calls concerning JMB. Una in Liberia, let's hear from our folks. Nelson, we'll bring you on. We'll hear from the people in Liberia tonight. I mean, they have seen the video, they heard the discussion, and we can take some calls, please.
Okay, so folks, you can call tonight on 0777 7771075, and you can also call 0555101075, and you'll be live on the program tonight. So we'll go to the line, take our first caller. Good evening, you live.
Yeah, good evening. This is Jack. I'm calling from Monrovia this evening.
Go ahead, sir.
Let me begin by extending my thanks to the team, but I want to disagree with one of the panelists tonight. Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boyka is a senior citizen. He's a former vice president, and so when he's in the hospital, his sons or his children do not have control over him in the hospital. He's a public figure. So people, you have his office staff, you have his political people there to guide the process. So someone said that his son should have allowed people to go in the hospital while he was there. I think that is not true. Pastor
Okay.
Burger is a leader, and
Thank
so you have such a thing happening to dispel rumors that he is sick or he's not sick. So it's not in the presence of his children or his family.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, my name is Panikara Kumau. I'm calling to learn from this
Go ahead, sir.
I overheard people calling that we should not discuss the past president's heart. I think it is important that we discuss because he's a public figure and he's a prominent person of a country. Anything is wrong with his heart is important. Well, so there is no the only thing I want with is we discuss is the young setting level that will look in the basis of the family and himself. I don't think that will be healthy, but it's important that the people can talk to the people about his health. If he's not healthy, then let people be aware. If he's healthy, let us be aware of his health.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Good evening. Hello. Good evening. Go ahead. Please walk away from a radio, sir. Please. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead. You're live. Hello? Okay, so we'll take this person. Hello, you're live.
Hello,
yeah, go ahead. You're live.
So, I think the former vice president are not doing good. We all know that the government is now well. Why forcing him to be speaking?
Yeah. The feedback is coming there from a radio. Please walk away from a radio, sir. Please. Or you just call the radio up. Yeah, go ahead.
The vice president not doing well. The vice president is not well. Why forcing to be get the interview? It's not good.
Okay.
The owner is old. We all know that the VP is old. So speak that before anybody.
Thank you.
So yeah.
Thank you very much. That's what we there. Hello, you live.
Hello.
Yeah,
my name is Hilton Debakan from Concordan Barum.
Go ahead.
This physician has prayed for the woman to die. He will never die. He will live. He will not stay. We will carry him. We are already made up our mind.
Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Hilton Debakan.
Thank you, Hilton. Thanks a lot. Good evening. You're live. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. You're live.
The children sick. People thought of holiday taking picture of what have you. The true all guys do. So pray for his health. And they come out to tell us. And the man said that because of health. We put politics to the man health. Well, I'm sorry for you, other people.
Thank you.
The heart of women health.
Thank you. Good evening. Go ahead.
I join you from Morovia.
Go ahead, Miller.
I thank you very much for the topic on the discussion. One thing I want to say is that, as the caller said, that Joseph Walker is a former president, and he paid cash. Even Joseph Walker said the government has a responsibility to contribute to that. But let me say this to Sam. That shouldn't be a major topic. When people listen to spoon talk, listen to a coming topic, want to hear topic that like people have interest in. We're talking about guns, the gun I have asking the since we are not
Thank you.
Joseph Walker topic.
Thank you.
That is not a topic you should discuss.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your contribution tonight. Yeah, just go ahead. Say your name. You were off. Now you just got on. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Chris B. Moses, and I call you from Qatar.
Okay.
Let me tell you how to respond at this time about I have not called directly to speak to the issues of what I have a disappointment with the CEO over the past time that the school teaching, people from other countries are not participating. And I have tried to, make it be reached on one of the local radio stations. So my recommendation to CEO, why is true that we are not naturally participating, but we monitor the issue as discussing critical national issues. We want to be part of the same talk. That we will come live to students and discuss critical national issues. The issue of the Nigeria, the issue of economic government in our country. That we will also try to. So I will ask that. Recommend that you take down the number. Discuss and how that we can appear on the surface. to discuss the issues as it concerns our country and our country.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening. Go ahead, sir. You live.
Thank you. I joined the discussion from District 4, and this is the voice of Akwe Ibuesinan. Let me say a pleasant good evening to all the logical panelists on the show. There are a lot of people who are saying it is not prudent enough to discuss the health status of the former vice president. But I want to say this quickly. Like many have said, I think it is prudent because, like CEO said, there have been a lot of messages, post-text messages, and other people who are saying things that are very detrimental to the health of the former VP. And if these speculations are not being handled, if these speculations are not being spoken about, there are a lot of supporters of the Unity Party who could have in mind and believe that their standard bearer is very ill at the point of death. So this could lead to them being indecisive.
Okay.
So because of that, I think it is prudent to discuss the status of the former vice president so as to clear the speculations in the minds of the Unity Party supporters. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for your contribution. Hello, you live. Good evening. Okay. Hello. Good evening.
Thank you. Can we thank you very much? We want to say thank you, Nelson. We'll bring you back when we finish through with the next conversation. Dr. Richardson, thank you for joining us. We know that you've been having a very, very rough time with the electricity problem in the country. Wow. I'm not going to ask you. So you pay for your units and you can get power.
Not sure what is going on. They have a new system where you have to purchase watts, electricity watts, and that was already paid for. You can do that by mobile money, which is everything is done electronically. And for some reason, my meter is not speaking to the breaker, the box, or something like that's what they realized the problem is. So that's what I heard. The meter is not communicating.
Cousin, welcome to Liberia.
Yeah, thank you, Kev. It's interesting, very interesting. So anyway, it's settled. All is not well, but it's settled.
It's okay now. Thank God. Good to see you. We'll be moving to Prince Yedu Johnson, folks. And if I don't like this one, let's play some Prince Johnson clip. And then I will try to call him, and maybe he will speak to us. But
why you keep saying if I gonna let it one? Why you like it?
No man, Prince Johnson coming to state. James, let's play the first clip.
And I want all charity begins at home. Charity begins at home. Jackson Doe, our father, won. They was checking for him at the bar of the gun. I came close, 2011. I got only 2 votes in my school, so it means they were rigged. We are building a bridge for this generation and other generations to cross. Charity begins at home, I said. Let all Limbanians, Mana, Hugh, Madingo, the Kono people, whoever you are, Biendoro, Pabli, all of you that are from Nimba, this is your time. This is your time. We are giving you a youth that is honorable, that is developmental, that is wise, that is honest, that is loyal. You can see him quickly. I love to be at this program called Nimba Pado. Senator Cole is a man who likes to reconcile. He is reaching to all the youths He is reaching to all of our elders in Morovia, Nimba, and other places. Don't miss this chance, please. We know I'm excited, Joe. We know what we're doing. You're finished today, your mother. That Senator Cool and Father donated the money by non-political. It's non-political. It's finished. There is no better time to speak to Nima people than this. Yes. This is your time. Don't let it go away from you. We are 1.2 million plus all over Liberia. And thank you. God bless you.
We have 3 different clips that we'll be showing, but Jeremiah Kuhn, the senior senator of Nimba County, said this is your time. We are 1.2 million folks from Nimba. We are carrying you. We are standing with you, Jeremiah Kuhn. What's the hidden message here? I received a call today, and I will share with you guys. Please, somebody correct me. Just don't get mad with me, though. Is Prince Johnson setting something up that Jeremiah Kuhn should replace, or he wants Jeremiah Kuhn to replace the VP, Joel Howard Taylor? Would that be a good switch off? Is Prince Johnson serious that Jeremiah Kuhn will be a stand-up barrel for MDR? Can MDR deliver? Let Prince Johnson have delivered before. Before we go to the second and third clips, let me hear from you, Santimone George. Prince Johnson, I believe when I spoke to him today, he's very adamant. He said, this must happen. He said, I want it to happen. This young man, he's referring to Jeremiah Kuhn, I see myself in him. This young man, he will be the decision maker 2023. Do you buy it? Is that true? Are you saying it that Jeremiah Kuhn is now turning to be the Nema people decision maker? Santimone George.
You know, when it comes to Prince Johnson and politics, I'm very careful how I discuss it because I've watched his politics since 2005, and I remember 2011 when he assured us at the time we were active in the CDC. He said that he said that President Salih, the same thing he said about President we are now. President Salih was not doing good, and it's time for us to support CDC. So he said he would support us. And when that time came, while we were preparing for the second round, our hope was in Prince Johnson just supporting us in Nimba. But then why that time was being getting to that point, he switched. He went and endorsed President Salih's second round, and CDC just said, something, we just pull out because we had no hope again. So they pulled out. So then we saw with Ure in 2017. From the day I saw him signing the document with Ure, because you don't sign an agreement, then you don't have to take no question, you just turn your back. Somebody signed, Ure signed that document, he got it and left. I told one of the people, I said, you're not going to go on it together with you. And we saw what happened at the end of the day. Now, the question comes to light. He's on sanction. And Prince knows that no one will seriously want to deal with him directly. So Jeremiah Kuhn is the go-to person. Jeremiah Kuhn will be the one who will lead the party and discussion. Now, Jeremiah Kuhn, very well, he has not said for president before. He will never. Only reason we are hearing rumors that he's being encouraged to run for president now. End of the day, it's not about the benefits that will come to him as PPYJ. He said he's 70 years old. He got a university. The university is his investment for his retirement. If he leaves office tomorrow, public office tomorrow, I want he spend most of the time running his university, taking care of it. So right now, it's all about about the benefit that will come to him. Not necessarily people in Nima County. I don't see what they have benefited over all the political arrangement, the negotiations you have done over the last 3 elections in our country. I don't see what Nima people have really benefited from those negotiations. So now, Jeremiah Kun, if he agrees to run, he run in 2017, 2023, and definitely when it comes to a second round, that way the negotiation will start. Exactly, we're negotiating about the future because, like I told you in private, in an election where CDC is the president, we are CDCs that have won for a second term. The promises they made 2017, they don't care most of the promises with people that they negotiated that were in the arrangement with them. Right now, it's tough for them because you are negotiating from a position where people are not talking about jobs now. It's for people say, well, we had a first agreement and jobs came and we all got the jobs we all agreed to. Right now, people are talking about financial inducement, financial benefits of what they want right now. And all that talk we see right now is all about the financial benefit that will come to him. I mean, not really necessarily that it's about the issue about the money that do Nima County and all this stuff. It's all about the financial aspect of it, and that's why the season in a tight position because you got to deal with Prince Johnson, deal with other people and LPDP, then you go to MPP. Also, you got to be taken care of. So right now, PYJ, what he said today, he made some points, but again, how can we really say we should take him serious with his word when in the past he have been consistently inconsistent on most of the things he have said? So that's why I'm a little bit confused when it comes to PYJ.
You said the man been consistently inconsistent. Wow. Kev.
Prince Johnson is part of the collaboration. He's still there. He will be there on October 10th.
Men, a few words tonight. Thank you, Kev. Thank you very much. Dr. Richardson?
Yeah, be careful, PYJ. I see PYJ, he won't talk too much because be careful. Be careful what you're doing.
I listened briefly to PRJ's message today, and I'm also listening and recalling some of the events that Tamerlane is explaining. What it says to us that he's unpredictable and unreliable. On the other hand, Prince White Johnson got his popularity from, the Civil War. A lot of Libyans hailed him. They thought he was heroic because he sort of advanced and stood up to Dole. So there's some kind of connection that they have with him. But we see that connection has been waning over the years. The Libyans are looking for other people. They don't want to just it seems like they don't just want to elect people because you are on Libyan, which is what Prince Johnson appears to be preaching. They want to elect people because you are competent and able to do the job. Whether you want to be a vice president or senator, Libyans are very smart people. They like to measure evidence and look at evidence base. And so they want to elect someone who can do the job, not just someone who, because you're a son of Nimba, you can do the job, but you happen to be the son of Nimba or Liberian, I think is what the Libyans are looking for. So I don't think Prince Johnson is as popular as he wants the world to believe. And secondly, I think the Libyans are very careful. They know that he's unsanctioned. They will be very careful in terms of how, they pay attention to what he has to say. Again, he may be responding to being very upset because he said that he didn't get jobs that the CDC government offered to them. But I often wonder, and this would be my last comment, if he was offered money by CDC government, would he say yes, everything is okay with CDC, or would he continue to preach against CDC message? Is it a matter of the money factor, or is it a matter of in the interest of Libyans or Liberians? That's my last thought.
Thank you, Dr. Richardson. Leah?
Yeah, it's very interesting. I like to say, I guess, PYJ is the only man I know in Liberia that Nima County has given a carte blanche to. He can say whatever he wants. In my opinion, PYJ is for PYJ and nobody else. So when you look at PYJ politics, you got to take it on the face for what it is. He gets angry, he says one thing, tomorrow he comes back and say the opposite. PYJ is loyal to no one, we know that. So he can tell you today, I will go ahead and vote for you or give you the vote, and tomorrow I will not give you the vote. But what we need to pay attention to, does Nimba County still feel the OPYJ something? And if the OPYJ is something, PYJ is not on the ballot anymore, would they have the same urge to feel like they have to go out for him like they did for him in the past because he was on the ballot? Number two, we can clearly see that the sanctions are taking effect. It's actually biting hard. Do no business with PYJ. The U.S. ambassador reminded everybody in Liberia again the last time. So it's only convenient to see him want to take another role and have someone like he trusts in Jeremiah Kuhn as the key pointed person that people can say, you're not doing business with PYJ, you're doing business with Jeremiah Kuhn, but technically you're still doing business with PYJ. So I guess people say the sanctions are going to have no impact or impact. We can clearly say, for me, I think this decision was influenced by the sanctions, but PYJ stepping back and having Jeremiah Kuhn come in. And the question just has to be, if you're one of those people that want to go for the ride, if you feel you can be the highest bidder, then put your hat in the ring. But PYJ is only loyal to PYJ, and PYJ is only for PYJ. I guess CEO is maybe the call is kind of coming in there for CEO. No, I mean, so as I was saying, I don't know. I think Dr. Peabody or Fagon, you are the guys left over.
Let me go before Fagon come in because Fagon will go in depth. But what I will say here is, man, Jeremiah Cohn is a decent man, very good man. He loves the people of
All right,
Nima.
guys, I'm sorry to interrupt who's speaking. I got the Nima County Senior Senator Prince Yedu Johnson on the phone. And he wanted to speak to what he said today in those videos and concerning some of you guys' comment. Senator Prince Johnson, you are live on Spoon by way of audio. Thank you for joining us, sir.
God bless you. I listened to your panelists. They really don't know me, so they need to study my history. I am not inconsistent. I'm a professional soldier, and I am very objective. When I formed an alliance with you, and I found that you are deceptive, you're not doing what you're supposed to do, I back up from you. Now, in the first place, the reason why we overwhelmingly voted Mr. Weir to the highest office in Liberia is the belief on our part as a people of this country that being the world best player, European best player, African best player, and internationally, the international community will migrate to Liberia and bring investors to invest here in this country in post-conflict Liberia to provide jobs and alleviate the suffering of the people of this great country. Unfortunately, for the past 6 years, investors have kept away from this land. And apart from that, the debts in the billions that Liberia owe in pre-war Liberia that were canceled by Madam Salif's government has now increased because our government, the CDC-led government, depends on loan and loan and loan and no investors. Therefore, the unemployment rate has escalated. You cannot depend on loan and internal revenue collected that is not enough, knowing that Liberians don't pay taxes. Many of them don't. So you cannot depend on internal revenue that is being collected and loan to build a country. Okay? And apart from that, Metal Steel gives to NIMBA every year $1.5 million United States dollars. They give Bond County $500,000 for passing through with the train. They gave Grand Bassa County $1 million for the use of the seaport. But unfortunately, as I speak to you, Starter and the great panelists, I respect all of you. The government of Liberia, under President Weir, is owing us $7.5 million United States dollars. Now, Metal Steel operation in Nimba destroy the people's crops and pollute the water. So 20% of 20% of the amount from the 1.5 million it should be given to the people in the area that are affected. But with all the money gone and the IRO going, we don't have the money. And then the agreement we signed in 2019 November ended 2022 November. All effort to review that document in the past to see what we could do with it failed. They did not allow us to see the president. They deprived us. I said it before. And so the document has completely expired, and there is no communication binding us together. So you cannot run a nation for 6 years. Investors are out. No NGO, nothing. Our people, the generality of our people in Liberia are drinking water from creeks. No more import. Things are bad off. That's the reason why we decided to pull out. And now, you are talking about sanction. What sanction? Magnitsky sanction is fiasco. Why? It is not domestically ratified by our national legislature. So it's not binding on us. And in our law, you must be given due process before you can condemn. And we never been given due process in the code of law here. So to just put allegation on people and say no one's affiliated with people, no one, it's just unconstitutional and undemocratic and illegal.
Honorable Prince Johnson, Honorable Prince Johnson, please forgive me. This is Stanton. Most recently, you met President George Manawia at the Executive Mansion. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
You came from that meeting, and you still been very, very strong with your argument. Why was you? Why? I mean, you came from the meeting. You met Eugene Nangbe, Edwin Snow, and other folks in the meeting. You had a great discussion with the president because we got a report. What changed? Why are you still saying that you are not satisfied?
Maybe misunderstanding of our meeting is the reason why some people say I'm inconsistent. We went to the meeting. It was expected to be between the Excellency, our head of state, President Weir, myself, and Mr. Kuhn. With the security around guarding, no problem. But the wrong people were at that meeting that I consider the wrong people being in the right place. Number one, Eugene Nangbe was in the meeting. Was he supposed to be there? No. We were told the meeting was only 3 of us. So I was saying the ship that brought the arms, Mr. Nangbe is a maritime boss. He should join the people to find out which ship and why they brought the arms. The National Security Advisor was there. He's not supposed to be in our meeting. He should join the security people to advise them how to conduct their investigation that will lead to bringing forward the names and person who imported the arms and the associates in Liberia. Then you have the foreign minister coming at that meeting. And I wanted to know if his president was there was to establish diplomatic relationship with North Korea. Because we're not talking about diplomatic relations. We're there to solve our party issue. What was he doing there? There were wrong people in the right place. So technically, it ended in dialogue when the president said, I don't want you to run. Don't contest against me. Please don't. And we said there is no document banning us anymore. Our document, when it was about to expire, we left 1 year ahead, blowing the alarm to review, to come up with a solution how to move forward, either to stay or not to stay. But it expired. So there's nothing banning us how we left.
So the president asking Jeremiah Cole, you're now standard bearer not to participate as a political candidate in the race, or presidential candidate in the 23.
Not to contest the 2023 election, and that's it. That's it. So we said, well, Mr. President, there's nothing binding us together. And apart from that, we are a legally registered party under the law of Liberia. We have kept our faith with the document we signed. In that document, wherever the coalition, CDC coalition, put up a candidate, we will not put candidate. That's why we MDR people never fed any candidate in any country except NIMBA. So we live up to the standard. It is you people, the seditious, who's supposed to give us certain number of real ministers who did not. You made us to be deputy, then there's deputy for administration in Ministry of Commerce, then the assistant minister of Commerce for administration is the one you're dealing with. We know what's going on, Starter. We know it, but I have not had a comprehensive press release. I want it to be written in due course. But at the same time, the judicial are talking to us. And I said to them, like I talked to Mr. Magay today, look, we love it with President. Yes, we do. But we love Liberia most. And I, Senator Johnson, play a pivotal role, taking this young man, Mr. Weir, to the great prophet of the world. May his soul rest in peace. And from there, we know what happened. He won. But I became isolated. I cannot meet the president in the office to discuss the nation, to discuss NIMBA. And besides that, all of the 15 counties being divided into 73 districts. The Constitution empowered the district to elect the representatives, and all the representatives from the different from the 73 districts, they form legislative caucuses. In the case of Madame Salih, she opened a corridor sometime in the month's time, all the caucuses, one by one, we meet her and explain to her their problem and the problem affecting the counties. In this case, CDC, after its inception or intrument as a government, they have refused to meet all the caucuses in 73 districts and the Senate. How do you work with us when you don't meet with us, when you refuse to meet with us? So I look at this thing and say, there's something wrong. The international community no reason why they refuse to invest in Liberia, and we are only depending on loans and internal revenue.
The Honorable Senator. The Honorable Senator Prince Yedo Johnson, I beg you, I will ask you, you know we talk regularly, but I'm begging you, give my guys to ask one question each. I know you got to run. Just one question each, Senator, please. Consider this one.
Let them ask me because they are saying things they don't know.
Okay.
They don't know me, say I'm inconsistent.
So let me start with the lady, your best friend, our only sister on the show, Dr. Richardson. Dr. Richardson?
I respect her.
Yes, sir.
Senator Johnson,
You're muted.
can you? Yes, can you? I just wanted to know.
We're not hearing you, Dr. Richardson.
I don't know why I'm not muted.
All right, so get it fixed. We'll come back to you. Let me go to Kef Hassan.
Can you guys hear me? You can hear me.
We hear her.
You guys say something?
We can hear her. You can hear her.
I'm not hearing you guys.
We hear her.
So it's you.
It's
me.
We can hear you as well.
All right. You're hearing Prince Johnson?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, they are not hearing me.
We hear you.
You guys hear me now?
Yes.
All right. We are not hearing you. If I cannot hear you, Prince Johnson cannot hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, Dr.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Thank you.
Okay, you can hear me, but I'm not hearing you. I'm sorry. Now I can hear you. Go ahead, Dr. Richardson.
Senator Johnson, I was just curious. When did it occur to you that this government was only surviving on loan and no investors were coming into the country? When did you have this epiphany that things in this government was not working according to what you expected? I know you seem to be verbalizing more and more your displeasure, your dislikes about this government, but I just wanted to know, was there something specific that is sort of motivating you to challenge this? Was there something specific that is motivating you to challenge this government now?
Dr. Richardson, you are a smart woman and highly educated. You know about Liberia. I think investor beside me.
You're breaking up, Senator. You're breaking up.
How many? You are saying you are a brilliant, educated, and respected madam, and you know Liberia very well. How many investors that you know of that are in Liberia currently, beside Metasty, that came to him and said this time?
Not a lot.
I'm asking you. But what I'm saying. So I'm saying to you, the election of Mr. Weir, overwhelming victory, the election that brought him to win was based upon his international contact as a world best, European best, and African best, that upon his election, the investor will be attracted to Liberia, migrate to Liberia, invest and provide jobs to alleviate the suffering of the people of this country. That is not the case. No investor beside Metasy, and so the unemployment rate has escalated, and we are in the Senate. I'm telling you what we know. As any senator, we ratify no agreement all the time. And the money that we owe, the billion we owe before the war, that was canceled by Ellen's government, by the United Nations through Madam Sadi's government, has now increased. So we are living on low internal revenue that is being generated to move the country is not adequate. Because now everybody in Liberia is paying taxes or tax. You know that very well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Kev Hassan.
Senator Prince Johnson, I don't have any question for you, just to tell you thank you for the good job you're doing for the people of Nimba Council.
Thank you, Kefiko. Thank you. Senator George.
Senator Johnson, I just want to
we are not hearing you.
People, what are you?
We are not hearing you, Senator George. Tumani, we are not hearing you.
Yeah.
You're breaking up. If you can hear us, you are breaking up, Tumani. Let's try to get to Dr. Peabody. We'll come back to you. Dr. Peabody.
Senator Johnson, it's good to hear your voice. And let me ask you this. When you went to meet the president, what are some of the things you wanted? And if the president meet that demand, will you go back to them? Is it because he didn't give you what you wanted, that now you see that the government is not bringing jobs, they're not bringing other things? You were there for 12 years. Did you not see it the last 3-4 years? Is it because he didn't give you what you wanted?
You see, Dr. Peabody, let me let you know this. Politics is interest. First of all, the interest of the people come first. And when you support another party and they gain victory, they should consider your people for top jobs. Because Nimba is a vote-rich county. It's densely populated. Not only Nimba behind Bon County, but Nimbanians are 1.2 million all over Liberia. We have rich votes, and we put it behind Mr. Where he won. Only to give for one post office, contrary to the document we signed, which copy I have. He signed it, and I signed it. In the 6 years, that's what he gave us. Every attempt to convince him to give an additional post, he did not do. Even the county tour we went to in Nimba, in the presence of all of our people from district to district, we made appeal to him. And the chief spokesperson of the elders told Mr. Weir, give us today, we give you tomorrow. We cannot be a county with a huge population and put our votes and you finish win, and we only get one post office, and all other positions, lucrative positions, that when you are appointed to, you are able to employ other people to, is not given to us. You understand that? And so 6 years, we tried this, no way, people are jobless. And then looking at the fact that investors are not coming. So people graduate from university, the degrees are hanging on the wall, they cannot get jobs because government should not be and cannot be the sole employer. You have to be other investors in the private sector to complement your effort. So if you get, they say they want to give a job. That's a negotiation they want to make with us. But for God's sake, 6 years we convince you, we try to talk to you. It never worked. About 2,000 Nimbanians were invited by Honorable Samuel Tuer and Mr. Mangi to meet with them at the Farmington River Hotel. They even chartered the whole hotel, they slept there. Some went home in the morning, they all gathered back there. And when I was invited to meet with them, I saw the big banner. movement for the re-election of President Weir. I was happy when I saw that. Then when they finished discussing, but please, the former superintendent Volkswagen stood up. Mr. McGee, Mr. Twer, please consider some of us now order for few jobs. We are suffering, we have not had job since Madam Sedi left. Guess what happened? Samuel Twer stood up and said, we thank you for giving me the support, but when you say your support, then you say job. No job for you. You go campaign 2023, when we finish, when we get a job. So I stood up, I told them you were wrong. You don't talk to people like that. If you really represent the president of Liberia to talk to all of these people, and they say they want jobs, tell them I will take the message back to the chief, the head of state. But you can't tell them no job for you until you go and campaign. Over 2,000 people. He insulted the people. And I'm a leader in my country. Then you owing us 7.5 million. That is not for you, it's for us. Medicine is giving you your own royalty tax. And our money you clear it. Bomb County money you clear it. Bassa money you clear. We are specifically talking about our own. Then you cannot meet all the caucuses, legislative caucuses of all the counties. 73 districts make up 15 counties. Then who will campaign for you in the counties? You owe up money, you don't pay. We got one post office. Who posts a letter now? Stand up. I'm talking to you now on the phone.
No, seriously.
Okay, it's serious.
Yeah, man,
I'm on question now.
You people, the great panelists over there, some of them say, I'm inconsistent. No, you don't know me, please tell me. Politics is interest. When I collaborate with you, and I see it's like engagement, and you don't behave right, I break the engagement by pulling out. It says here you treat it that way. One post office, and the deputy is controlled by the assistant minister in the same ministry. So we cannot employ any of our people who campaign vigorously for Mr. Weir. When you get to a county, you see the heavy crowd. They did not draft for heavy. They were mobilized by classical men we believe in who are also educated. If you don't make them minister, you centralize everything to the region, southeastern region. I believe in nationalism, not regionalism.
Wow.
As the case is now.
I beg you, let me squeeze in the last three. Please, go ahead, Sentumani George. We'll come to Fagon and Leo later. Sentumani, you go ahead. We can hear you now.
Yeah, you hear me now, right? So George, just wanted to ask your question. Are you saying that you are on the record that you will not support President Weir re-election at all? You will not support them, for the record?
We are a political party duly registered under the law of this republic, and we have the strength, the numerical strength. Not only Nibanians alone, wherever they live in all of the counties, they married to the citizens in those areas. They have supporters in those areas. Wait and see the difference in 2023. We will come first or second. Believe me.
Can you answer my question? Will you not
so
support
your question, we will not support because we put it on a candidate. We put it on a candidate.
Thank you.
They are saying to us, they are saying to us, we should not run, and they will, try to compromise. But for 6 years, we did not get it. You broke the document we signed. We kept it. We did not feed candidate, senatorial or representative candidate in any country because they put people there in obedience or in compliance with that document. We were loyal and faithful to the document. And you treat it the way you did. Then when you say new paper again, will I believe you?
Honorable Fagon.
I won't believe you.
Yeah, we'll bring in the former Deputy Minister Eugene Lamin Fagon, and Leo will ask the last question thereafter. Honorable Fagon. You are muted, my brother.
Mapabe, PYJ, you there?
I'm here. Oh, Fagon, how you doing?
Aya, Pabe, Aya.
My man, you're doing well, man. You're doing well.
Thank you. Pabe, me, and I got no question for you, yeah. Because nobody know here, I know. I know because I know. And when I tell them about the Senators playbook, they question it. When I tell them what happened to people like you and others, they think I'm joking. They're just small to see. About the president, I'm meeting all the other people that's small to see. The people who ran against, we fought against, they're the one end up taking power with the president. Now, Eugene Nangbe was the Secretary General for United Party. I can name all the other people in the government, but we came, they get the government to them. So everybody now, Pape, the thing say maybe when they run with the opposition, maybe a job we are winner, you will hire them because that's how he did first. So, Pape, and I got no question for you. You get best here. You get best, Pape. You get best. Sorry.
Thank you, Fagon. And another thing I would like to point out, someone made mention of Banana Uri and our agreement. We met in Ghana. We came to Liberia to consummate an agreement. Something happened in Ghana. I won't say because of the time. We went to my office to do the agreement. I asked Mr. Uri, have you ever been a town chief? Have you been in government, minister, or anything? No. You never been a town chief. How can I, Senator Johnson, a senior senator of this or NIMA in the Republic of Liberia, become subordinate to you? You'll be next to me, be my running mate. I have experience. He said, no, then I walk out. We didn't sign any agreement. There was no agreement signed between Uri and I. We were about to sign when I said that as a senator who had run before, you must not be under me. He refused, so I walked out.
And thank you for clearing that. Let me bring in Leo Johnson. Leo asked the last question, my brother.
Thank you, Stanton, and it's great to hear your voice, Senator Johnson. My question is very direct. I'm very big on accountability, Senator Johnson. Will you say then, as senator, you went to your people of Nima County with President George Weah, you raised his hands and said, this is the man to deliver this country based on everything we know. I want you to vote for this man on the commitments that we're making. That was your judgment as a senator to your people. Your people listened to you. Will we then say Senator Johnson made a bad judgment call, and where is the accountability? And the second piece would be you are a ranking member of the Senate. You have the power of the pen to block President Weah's agenda through the budgeting process, through all of the bills that gets sent to the Senate. Can we put on the record, Senator Johnson, have you ever used that power through the Senate instead of just coming back to the Liberian people and crying to them all the time? Have you ever been on the record for blocking President Weah's agenda, since, in fact, it is not in line with what you supported him for and may your people support him for?
The first thing in Nimba, I put on top of my pickup with him, and I told the Nimba people, support Mr. Weah. This man is your son. My knowledge of Mr. Weah is that he was born, biologically, he was born in Nimba County, in a place called B and Doro, in a little town called Dobblestown, where his parents all came from. I think the mother may have come from Grand Crew, where he grew up. Okay? But the overwhelming vote we gave to him, I just told you before, it was based on our expectation that being an internationalist, there will be job creations by attracting investors to come here to provide jobs through the investment, to alleviate the suffering of our people. That's one. Two, we elected him so that he could make the difference, but he believes in regionalism. All Liberians will tell you, all major positions are focused. Look at the Supreme Court bench. Look at even the representatives. Look at the Senate. Look all over the country. The entire security is in the hands of one side of group. It shouldn't be like that way. A nationalist is a patriot. These are some of the things culminating into our problem, and that is leading to us making a decision to back off and then contest. Most of our money that the medicine in our country is paying, honestly paying for our development, is not being given to us. As I speak to you, $7.5 million plus is with the government. So there's no development for us in the affected area where they pollute the water through the production at metal steel, their crops and things damaged. They cannot be entitled to the money. Is that 6 years, he only released 1 million to us. But to access it difficult, it gone back again to 7.5. Is that what we're supposed to see? That's wrong. So you talking about the Senate? There are some bills he said that are correct, we pass. But we're talking about basing your appointment one way. And we believe in nationalism, not one-sided Southeastern group. Are they ready for Southeastern? Because go there. No development is there. Where they go there, where the people come from? Because the more you employ from one side, they should be able to impact the lives of the people in their country. They are from America or in Monrovia. You go to the Southeastern region, you will not see beautiful buildings. You will not see investment that you see in Nimba. We are developers. So if we give them more jobs, we will do more. You see?
The Honorable Prince Yeru Johnson, we want to say thank you very much, Senator Johnson from Nimba County. As always, I can announce Prince Johnson take my call any second. He called me, and I'm so happy to have the Honorable Prince Johnson on the phone talk. Thank you very much, sir, and have a good evening.
God bless you. Good evening. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Folks, let's discuss this thing. A lot of big information coming up. Met President Josh Manawia. President told him, he said, please, you shouldn't run. He said, no. I'm seeing Eugene Nangwe. I'm seeing foreign minister. I'm seeing this person, that person. Fagon, I'm not here to talk to them. I'm here to talk to you, Mr. President. What am I seeing then? Meeting adjourned. I'm out. $7.5 million belonging to the people of Nimba County, Leo.
Nimba Bong and Basso. Nimba Bong and Basso.
They want their own money.
They are
Let me finish if I know you come in because he said. That's why I'm coming to. Bong County $5 million is still with government. Why the government holding the money? Why Simon 12? Here called Simon 12 name. They went to a meeting at Femiton. Over 2,000 Nimadians. Simon 12 tell us you go poor there 2023 will get your job. Prince Johnson says it's an insult. You think Prince Johnson not serious? Somebody enjoy saying what, but well, who knows? He got a scheduled meeting coming up. He and McGill. The same McGill that did the negotiation to bring them on the table. He should be meeting McGill pretty soon. But let me start with Fagon. These are explosive information coming from Senator Johnson.
It's strange to you, Stanton. It's not strange to me. I told you about the senator's playbook as a quick fix to removing President Weah. Prince Johnson alluded to it when he told you President Weah have never met with any of the caucuses. That's one. Two, he alluded to the fact of the Southeastern Company that I told you about. President Southeast. Even though people argue, oh, he didn't elect these people. Come on. You don't know how pro tem get elected? You don't know how speaker didn't get elected? Then pause, because I work in government. President Southeast. Pro tem Southeast. Speaker Southeast. Deputy Speaker Southeast. Chief Justice Southeast. National Port Authority Southeast. Maritime Southeast. LIA Southeast. Finance Southeast. Security Southeast. But the major thing said leader one. Smoking to cry for $5 million for the people of Bomi, Cape Man, and
Babadu.
After they have banjo our minds. Since all of us been crying here, you see, President, we are even pick up microphone to say They think we're not happy to my people. Your stop, your whole shit. Let know what's going on. No. That 3 counties. You think we'll take it? Now our 24 million gone?
Real quick, we gotta go.
So let's go to Nima. Becky, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
What Prince Johnson is telling you, if you ever doubt that, oh, I will tell you that Prince Johnson is a soldier and a soldier's soldier. If you know a record, trust me, he made a statement that you need to copy. 6 years, you didn't put bucket osa. 6 years of rainfall. Stanton, I beg you, hear me. 6 years of rainfall. You didn't put bucket osa. Just one day, the dew falling, you now open whole reservoir. You say we catch. Why you going to catch? The people that run behind you for 6 years, nothing happened. Now, you say you know happy? You're going to try me again one more time, we'll give you the job. For real? Then, besides the political parties that spend their individual monies to campaign for you because you never had it, now you have money, you never help them. Who money are they going to use now? So they are asking you, as in the case of MPP, give us our expenses for the first election. That's what the party asking. Wash my finger. I'm trying to be polite. But where are the jobs? You say I can't do nothing now. Okay.
Let's go to the others, Fago.
Man.
If to be continued, let me Leo. I'll bring it in, Leo. Just wait 1 minute. Let me get to Dr. Richard say. Then after Leo, Kev, and then Timothy will take us home because we gotta go. Dr. Richard say you heard a lot of stuff coming from Prince Johnson. He's not kidding. I can say this to you. I spoke to Senator Johnson. He said you are not seeing the Senator Johnson of 2005. You are not talking to the Senator Johnson of 2011. You are not talking to Senator Johnson of 2016 or 17. You are talking to Senator Johnson of now, and we mean it. He struck mostly on this money. He says, Senator are holding the money, and you want to know why. And now there you go again. He bringing it up again today. The money for the people of Nima County, Grand Bassa, Bon County, bombing on 5 million out there again, no head, no tail. He sent over 2,000 people to Framerton to meet Minister McGill and Minister Twe. He's angry. Now, Minister Twe telling them, say, we ain't got no job for you. You may all win again, then we'll get your job. He told me. I'm surprised that he's saying that. He told me that he was mad, leaving the meeting after meeting President George Manawia, seeing Eugene Nangbe, seeing the rest of the guys. He said he was angry because he went after almost 3 years. He have not spoken to the president. He never met the president. So he was so happy going to meet him for the first time to have some serious discussion. He said, but he was disappointed. But talk to us, Dr. Richardson. Talk to us, please.
I'm glad that Senator Johnson is advocating for the people of Nimba. We can see during the last elections, I believe it was District 1 in Nimba County, his candidate didn't win. So although Prince Johnson appears to have a lot of power, but we see that his power is also waning in the county, and of course to the fact where he had to make Senator Kuhn, leader of his party. So there's a lot of other plays that are going on here that is making me wonder what is influencing and motivating Senator Johnson right now to tell us that he's a new Senator Johnson. And I can see why he'll be angry. I mean, for a president not to bring in any investors into the country, not to pay attention to Nibayans after they signed an agreement that he was going to put some Nibayans into his government, and he never did that. I can see why Prince Johnson will be angry, but on the other hand, I don't think he has as much power in Nima as he thinks he has. I'm just basing this on the last election where he supported, I think it was Professor Mawe, and his candidate didn't win.
Thank you very much, Dr. Richardson. Leo?
Yeah, CEO, thank you. I'm just a bit surprised and a bit, I don't know, concerned. Maybe it's just me, especially with the Honorable former Deputy Minister Fagon and other people. We're talking about Prince Johnson as if we're talking about some powerless senator here. He's a very powerful figure in the government, a senior senator, well supported in Nima County, who is a ranking member of the Senate.
Did I imply that?
I didn't say you implied that. I'm coming to make my point. Let me just get to the point I'm making and you hear what I'm saying.
You said as if he's an ordinary man.
No, I didn't say you said so. I said we are talking about Senator Johnson as if he is an ordinary person here. That's what I'm saying. I didn't say you said that. So what I'm saying is Senator Johnson is in the Senate where there is absolute power. President, we are going to send the budget there. President, all the nominees that were not in bias, all of them went to the Senate. How come we expect Senator Johnson to come to the Liberian people and make the case all the time, but cannot use the power, his power within the Senate, on the record to make a point that I would not support the agenda as a result of X, Y, Z, the power my people has given me. So I'm a bit shocked that we are talking about all the other things that are happening, what President we are not doing, keep the prime minister, but we've never seen, at least from my point, Senator Johnson using his power as a senator to say, I will use my influence, I will use my clout, even in the House of Representatives, where you got Jeremiah Point, other people that he has influence with, to say, let's send a clear message to President. We are instead, elections are coming. Now, Senator Johnson coming to the ordinary Liberian people, to us, to cry to us like he's an ordinary person. He's a senator. He has power. He's a member of the government. He should hold the government accountable using his senatorial gavel to ensure that and tell the Liberian people, here's why I've been voting against President Weah agenda, because it's not for us.
Leo, thank you very much. You're making some very, 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 very beautiful points. Seriously. And I think using that power within the Senate will have helped his argument today. But we say thank you. Let me bring in Honorable Kefiko.
When I see folks, especially when I've been reading live here, I see folks jubilating and doing that. You have to remember something. Prince Johnson is not a member for Congress for Democratic Change. So when it comes to a new collaboration or the 2023 election, you have to speak or negotiate on his party best interest. That's what he's doing. This is normal in politics. It's not something strange. So, election coming, he's saying, I need something for my party. That's how it is. Everywhere in Africa, where you have another party joining election, they come to the table and they talk about it. But sometimes folks can behave like it's a strange thing. I don't know, because Phone is bringing the politics in the living room of the people now, so it kind of strange to them. Seriously, but this thing is not a strange thing. It's just because Spoon is bringing it in your bedroom, in your living room, in your kitchen, everywhere. But this thing is not a strange thing. Other party, we saw the MPP the last time doing their thing also. But the bottom line, they will come together and fix it. So if Prince Johnson come in and say, I want to run, my party want to run, it's within Prince Johnson right to say what he want to say. But this is not a strange issue for people to start saying. I see some people jubilating and this. Thank God, at least after the 2029 election, a lot of people, because of Spoon bringing stuff, thing in the living room now, they will be equipped. They will know now how to analyze and look at politics in a different way. But folks out there, that's how it is. Prince Johnson coming and saying, okay, we're coming together. What am I getting from my party? That's Prince Johnson. That's what he asking for. Nothing strange into this thing. It's not a doomsday or big thing or something. Sometimes I just wonder that some of our folks
they don't know what's happening in around Africa. Sometimes you're what's going on before you watch all your other show them. You're trying to watch international thing around Africa sometime. You'll see how it happen. You'll see in parliament how people argue with each other in different countries, how they face each other. You'll see it. And help yourself and stop having some psychological massage because of what you're hearing. It's normal. It's a normal politics. Thank you, see you.
Thank you very much, Kev. Santomarin, I'm going to hold you 1 minute. I know we're wrapping up on this program. Our brother Sibo been in the back. We've been patient and waiting. Let's hear from him, and you can speak to us. Let me bring in Jenny Sibo. My brother, good evening. Can you unmute? We are not hearing you. Can you unmute? All right. I'm sorry. We are not hearing him. I'm sorry. Tomani, can you go ahead, please?
Yes, Senator Johnson, he what he did today is a smart move. He had a press conference in Nima, said what he had to say. He comes on a big platform, the Spoon, plays. He knows the president listen to the show, to the show. He said a lot of stuff in that press conference and come and say, look, he put it forward there. Now, question I'm asking, he didn't answer my question. He was supposed to see we are. He was strategic. He didn't answer that question. He negotiated interest. Because at the end of the day, he will meet with CDC, and at the end of the day, he will give them his support. Okay, so that's why I maintain what I said. And today was the first time hearing that he said he didn't sign the document with Europe. When we saw it on a live video where they signed and he didn't speak to the press and left from there. And then moreover, he said in his comments today at the press conference, he said, but when I met them, when I meet them, they told me, say, you know, we've been protecting you from war crime. He said, you want war crime, we are moving from there, man. You want to protect from war crime, move from there. He dismissed it. Okay. And lastly, he said something earlier, which I think was a little problematic. To mention, to say he and Maggie met and stuff, discussing about elections, funny. I'm sure the CDC and we don't want to hear that stuff. They want you to come and say it publicly. It's troubling, that particular stuff.
But to the people on sanction, what the difference?
No, but to say, but they're sanctioning because the same thing he's saying now today. They accuse him of sanctioning for the same thing. No, but then you're linking the CDC and we are them with it. The problem I got, they don't. I'm sure they want him to say it. But again, I said, Senator Johnson, at the end of the day, he would not tell you straight face that he would not support CDC and we are in 2023. Now, so at the end of the day, I would say he's just not consistent with his position when it comes to the politics. It's not about Nima people, it's about himself.
So, guys, I want to say thank you very much, as always, for joining Spoon. I do believe whenever I speak to Senator Prince Johnson, then I will ask him. Leo, I always go back to Isaac and I say, Pape, are you telling me the truth? He said, my son, I'm serious. This time around, the young man that getting his degree from Ghana, that have built farm, schools, clinics, and hospital here in Lima County, he's a rising star, and I support him. And that young man is Jeremiah Cohn. He said, how can I leave Jeremiah Cohn? The people of Lima trusted me. These are Prince Johnson's own words. And I have to give to them the best of the best. And he said that. So he said he was coming on the show. He said, invite me anytime. I'm making my case. I will be meeting Nathaniel McGill. He told me. He said they sent a little boy, Moba, to me, and I said, I'm not talking to you, Moba Molu. Look what he said about his meeting with President George Manawia. He's discouraged. Folks, you know Prince Johnson. We all know of Prince Johnson. We know what he's capable of. But this one, I think he's dead serious.
Okay.
Maybe you can say, Stanton, well, Prince Johnson, like my brother Timothy said, inconsistent and consistent. But I would say to you, though, whenever I speak to PYJ, he's dead serious. He told me about the programs. They had a program. I asked him whether he just doing this as a smoke screen. He said, wait and see. I asked him whether Jeremiah Cohn can go as VP to Boycott or Cummings. He said, hell no. I'm asking whether he's serious that Jeremiah Cohn should run. He said, we were preparing Jeremiah Cohn for 2029, but now is the time. He will be running in 2023. And he said it over here. President George Manoia asked him that Jeremiah Cohn shouldn't run. Nobody put finger in Prince Johnson's throat. He said it. He said Jeremiah Cohn will run. But again, it's politics. And it's election season. We want to say thank you, Leo, for joining us. We hope you can come back when the baby is not crying. How's the baby, man? How's the family?
Good. Everybody's doing very well. I'm glad I could join you guys anytime. I send you something to your inbox. I hope you can look at it later to your WhatsApp.
Okay, I will. Okay. Thank you very much, folks. You have anything to say tomorrow? Is our country cook, the spoon. We got potato screen, double potato screen, pan butter, and cassava leaf in studio. I know Kev will be hanging out with me tomorrow on God Can Bless Anybody. We're going to have Dr. Richardson in studio. She will be helping us as well. Our pastor, Rema Collison, will be here with us. We'll be doing God Can Bless Anybody. Somebody must win tomorrow. From there, we'll talk about 3 Liberian. Oh, the best soup that Richardson will decide because she's in Liberia. But we have the 3 Liberians that are cooking the best of the best. Potato screen, pan butter, and basayama, the cassava leaf. And woman says she's doing the cassava leaf with peanuts butter. So join us tomorrow. Let's have a great discussion. And let's just bless somebody. I'm also happy to see that Baron will be chipping in studio, helping to produce for us. I'm happy for the young man. I met him, and I'm really concerned about him, and we should give him a chance. Baron is a nice guy. We should give him an opportunity. I believe something begot something, and nothing begot nothing. So tapping into Baron will help him move forward. He's in school. He's doing best. A good friend to James Goode Flomo. I love those folks that come around James and come around the guys in studio. They love to joke, they love to laugh, but he deserves an opportunity. And we are pleased to grant him and give him that opportunity through the Spoon Network. We want to say thank you very much, Sintuman and George. We appreciate you. The Admet, my brother, Kefiko, thank you very much. Can I announce it, Kev? You want to do everything today? The full spot. Kev for children. He had a massage done today. His nails, cut his hair, trimmed his beard. His pedicure and manicure was done. The massage, Kev. Kev,
yesterday.
Huh?
Yeah, my cash
Huh?
is open.
Yeah, you're missing something, man. And after that, Kev went shopping. I was on the phone with Kev. He went to Best Buy. He bought a new television, a new computer. I went ask because he said I can say it. Seriously, if I go, I'm sorry. Kev want me to announce it, I will announce it.
And our package money, I already missed it for you because I had to fly today.
Kev is boring. And Kev, you listen, go for it, my brother. And, you got a brand new iPod, tablet, laptop, or desktop. You have everything. He's reaching out for someone to come and set it up for him. He did a full package. I'm not going to say all, Kev. You can say when you want to. But I appreciate God, that I get to know you. Through Craig Coffee, Drink Water. Through you, with East on the 20,000. Thank you very much, Kev.
Those folks out there, they believe in that thing. Anybody, the opposition people, they force themselves to believe anything you put out there.
The man talk about TV, all the expensive thing you talk, 20,000.
But Kev, let me ask you a question. Let me be serious for once. The government of Liberia, look at Kev to gain 20,000 every month. You know how much that is? Y'all believe that fake story?
You know,
you were in the government. You went
Or-
up and down. The government gave you jack. That kept will get 20,000 too.
Prince Johnson said crying for a post small money. They can't give it. Will go get 20,000.
I cannot get 20,000. Remember, please, man.
Who can
But
believe?
thank you guys.
You know,
Thank you. Dr. Richardson, you got anything to say? Sorry for your LDCO. It's lesson learned. Sorry, huh?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. You got anything to say, Mama?
No, I'm good.
But you had a great show today on Spoon. You were in the
Yes,
studio.
I
We followed
did.
that. It was
I
beautiful.
did.
Thanks a lot. And
I want to give a shout out actually to
Lorena?
Miss TT and Lorena
Yeah.
and the producers. They were awesome, very welcoming and professional. So doing a great work. And thank you for making that possible as well, you and your family. So thank you.
It's the best we can do. No politics. We just have to contribute. And I hope the political party can come around and appreciate our little help. Listen, I just can't wait for this election to be over. And by God's grace, I will drop the mark to be the free man again. Yeah, I will.
So what happens if Jeremiah Kun run for president and Tiawon Gonglo decide to run for senator?
Against who? Run for senator against who?
No, not against. Because
Take Tiawon.
If he is going for president, definitely he will resign.
Yes.
No, so there's nothing to say he must resign.
He can run. Listen,
He's not running.
Say he must resign, but what I'm saying, the people of Nima are savvy people, right? If the mayor is running for president, they're confident they can do something, and you got a combination now because two persons can come from the same county.
Correct.
But if the mayor run for president, and I won't say, you know what, I'm supporting him. Either say, I'm supporting him. Look, Stanton, the second most vote-rich county in the Republic of Liberia is Nimba. And Nimba now will be talking around 300 to 400,000 votes. I told you before, in 2017, if you put Maryland, Grand Coup, Sando, and Riverside vote together, it came up to 126,000. Whereas Nimba alone was 214,000.
But my argument to you is that Jeremiah Cool, he's not forced to resign. So
no, we're not talking about a resignation now. I'm talking about a consolidation of the Nimba vote where it will not be divided.
I would say this. Wanda will be having a great conversation because I'm trying to hear from Jeremiah Cool himself. I hope he can come Monday. But I would say this to you though, my brother Fagon. This is scary.
Okay.
I hope a political party can quiet Prince Johnson, Jeremiah Coon, and the rest of them. I hope they can say, shh, let's do it the right way. But till then, we appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful Saturday evening. And to tell you, Timon and George, ask Kev. I met Dr. Peabody. That's why he left early. You know.
NPP, LPDP, MDR are naming the coalition now. NPP, NPP, LPDP, MDR, three other parties. I went down on the blanket and just called myself. I don't want anything to do a good day flambo.
Thank you very much. Kafigo, let's talk on that thing later, my man. I will send a guy to install your flat screen TV and your computer. Don't worry. But it's good to have you, my brother. Goodbye. Take care. Good day. Hey, my piggy. You're gonna see a man Baron. Huh? Good day, when I hear you.
You're muted.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
No, I said you'll see a man Baron though.
Oh yeah, man coming on.
Yeah, I like Baron. My piggy. He always gave me hard time. He and Rufus King. You know, Rufus King will give me hard time. He will call.
And he and one other be one the course of Sylvester.
Yes, where's Sylvester? Well,
that one Costa gone. So at the time he can't around us, but when Costa entered the marriage, did not talk to us until Costa left the country.
Oh, you were hanging around Costa. Costa Piquet now.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
Costa was there, the
I
man
didn't
not
see
get
Byron
to.
with Costa. I thought Byron would be hanging with Costa too.
Sylvester had Costa from everybody.
Sylvester. I like Sylvester. He took us to that place, CEO, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm supposed to be helping CEO with some money again because we promised them. You remember when we went there? I hope we can see what they have done to discuss. I like that organization though, and I hope that they continue on the good work, invite those folks and engage them. But James, it's good to have you. Lofa 20. We hoping and we pray it happen. Nelson Kola, thank you as always, Nelson. I know there's a bet between James and Yekezi. Yekezi was caught sleeping at work last night. James, did he never came on, right?
No, he came on.
He came back on?
Yeah, he came on.
Yeah. But want to say your thanks, man. Nelson, drive safely, okay? Be safe.
Yeah.
And we'll see
Thanks,
you guys tomorrow by God's grace.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, bye-bye. Yeah.
Okay, folks, we want to say thanks a lot tonight for making your contributions on the program Spoon Talk tonight. Thanks to all of you who are following by radio 107.5, 101.1, 95.5. That's Spoon, Super, and Fabric. Online. Thanks a lot. Another edition of the program will be up here. Of course, God Can Bless Anybody will be tomorrow. And Spoon Talk comes up on Monday. Until that time, I'm Nelson Colette. James Goodey Floma has been here. Have for yourselves a good night. Bye-bye.
Juma Limi, Juma Limi. All right, bye-bye. Juma, stay here.